And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live on the road to kick off this weekend. The first full week in December, of course. We are live here at Food City in Jonesboro, the oldest town in Tennessee. And we say good morning to you. We have ourselves a white toasted chocolate mocha. Whew, this is good from Starbucks. Never had one of those before. It's really good. Iced down. Guess it's a coffee. Tastes like coffee, I think. It's good. Whatever it is, it's good. I like it. Good morning to you. Thanks for being with us. We are here. We have lots to talk about. Got a lot going on. It's Championship College Football Weekend. A lot of things riding. A lot of teams going here and there. Going to be decided on what's going on with the action this weekend. Starting tonight, I might add. Talk all about that. Going to be joined a little bit later in the show by Doug Fritz, sports writer, John City Press, Kingsport Times News. Also, Jeff Beverly, the very latest on Tennessee football. And the very latest on what's going on in recruiting for Tennessee football. Because you know the signing date's coming up. First signing date, so they're busy beating the bushes, trying to get recruits to make their football program better, as all schools are. And then also we're going to be joined a little bit later on, or as you said, by Jeff. He's going to be talking about that, and also the Lady Vols and the men's basketball team. Or the men's team picking things up. The ladies still kind of trying to figure out what's going on. All that and a whole lot more with all Food Cities. It's a $5 Friday. $5 days today and tomorrow at all Food Cities. Our buddy Steve Strickler is going to join us coming up here in just a few minutes. Store manager Steve, peddling Christmas goodies. So, for example, some of the things on sale today and tomorrow at all Food Cities. Jumbo Baker potatoes, 8-pound bag for $5. How about that for the holidays? 8-pound bag of taters for $5. Hormel pork fillets, $5 today and tomorrow. Food Club shredded cheese, 32-ounce package, limit 2 for $5. Little Debbie snack cakes, 3 for $5. Limit 6 today and tomorrow. Food Club fruit, canned fruit, love it, eat it all the time. Limit 12, 4 cans for $5 today and tomorrow. If you're helping out with the food drive, that'd be something good to give someone to put into the food pantry at your local food pantry. Of course, we've been helping Loaves and Fishes Ministry in Elizabethton. Food Club fruit for yourself or to help out other folks, 4 for $5, limit 12 today and tomorrow. And one more, the Screamin' Sicilian Pizzas. Frozen selected varieties of Craven Flavor Pizza Bites, Connie's Classic Urban Pie, or the Screamin' Sicilian Pizzas. $5 each today and tomorrow at all Food City locations. Let's get it cranked up as we always do. Here are the Kingdom Airs with the national anthem. Let me see if I can find Miss Loretta, though. We've not had Loretta singing for a while, have we? Can't remember. Let's go back up here and see if we can find her. Let her croon it a little bit. I'm not sure where to go find her at. I'm a growing list of folks to find. Let's go back with the Kingdom Airs. We'll get her on Monday. Well, by the way, we'll showcase the sisters singing some Christmas carols coming up a little bit later in the show. But here might be, and here is the Kingdom Airs. Out of Dollywood on the Tom Bailey Sports Show.
1, 2. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, got some Christmas goodies to show you. First off, from Starbucks, for $14.99, here's the holiday blend featuring Sumatra. I guess how you say that. Notes of sweet maple and herbs. Here's some holiday blend from Starbucks and here in Food City for $14.99 for that. Then we have a glass Christmas ornament, Tennessee, Starbucks. I think it's really cool. Price point on this is $9.95. Look at this. Pretty cute. Little Starbucks glass says Tennessee, Smoky Mountains. It's a little kind of a collage of things in Tennessee. It's a picture of Graceland on there, but against the Starbucks, it's a plastic, I guess. Nope, it's glass. A little glass jar. No, glass, I guess. But it's a Christmas ornament. It's been there series. Glass ornament, Starbucks, $9.95. Hello, Ken Birchfield. How you doing? Told you, college football, it's official. We're going to talk about it here in a second. 12 teams starting in 2 years. This goes for $9.99 here if you're into Cardinals. Some folks are for the season. It's Polycast. In the Christmas season, Cardinals, one of those tabletop arrangements. This is in honor of Steve Strickler. He'll be here in a few minutes. It just kind of looks like Steve. I'll present this to him. $6.99 for a reindeer. Little tabletop thing going on. And then gnomes are pretty big this year. This is $12.99 for the gnomes. So does this light up? I guess it does. Oh, yeah. There you go. Joy, the gnomes, $12.99 tabletop. That's as big as it is. Says Joy. And so that's some of the things you can purchase at your local Food City while supplies last. Over here is the candy. Candy canes, $2.99. Hot tamales. Fierce cinnamon, they call it. Here is the old traditional dum-dums. Candy canes for $2.99. And then there's one more. Let me show you this one. This is the Jelly Belly gourmet candy canes at all Food Cities for $2.99 while supplies last. So those are some of the gift-giving ideas you can get. And then we'll show you this. We'll get into talking about the college football playoffs. Here is the anti-fatigue kitchen mat, which I think is really cool. And this is, of course, the Peanuts. You got a Mickey Mouse one. What's this say? This says, what does it say? Let's slide this down here. It says, gingerbread hugs and peppermint kisses. That would be Snoopy. How's that show? Does that show? Yeah, there you go. So got those at Food Cities too, and also they've got Mickey Mouse anti-fatigue kitchen mats while supplies last. So there you go. All right, we are live at Food City in Jonesboro. Going to be joined a little bit later on by Doug Fritz. All right, college football. Oh yeah, here's one more thing. $2.49. Remember the Peeps when we were kids? Here's the holiday marshmallow Peeps. Good stocking stuffer for $2.49 at all Food City locations. All right, let's jump in here and go. College football playoffs, they said it. And I told you it's going to happen. Not that I'm any prognosticator, but here it is, announcing it will expand to a 12-team playoff starting in 2024, year after next. Completing an 18-month process. Been trying to get this going for a long time. The key to this whole thing was the Rose Bowl. They had to get the Rose Bowl to sign on to this, and they did on Wednesday. They agreed to amend its contract for the 2024 and 2025 seasons. The last hurdle the college football playoff officials needed cleared to triple the size of what is now a 4-team format, as you know. Now, here's what it's all about. Look right here. It's all about the jack. It's all about the jingle. This expansion expected to produce about $450 million in additional gross revenue. $450 million for the conference schools to participate. There you go. So, it's going to happen. Told you it would, and it is. Now, I have on the other page, I'm referencing the John City Press Kingsport Times News, by the way. Give them the props they deserve. Yeah, here it is. Check this out. All right. Who gets in? First round of the playoffs in 2024 take place on campus sites, which I think is good. Matching teams, seeded 5 through 12, the week ending Saturday, December the 21st. Top 4 teams will get a bye, which we knew, or at least I thought they would, and I was right. Their quarters and semifinals will be played in the bowls that have been rotating as host to the semifinals in the current format, which will be the Rose Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, the Orange Bowl, the Peach Bowl, the Cotton Bowl, and the Fiesta Bowl. The championship game for 2024 will be played in Atlanta. The following year in Miami. Now, who gets in? The models referred to as 6 and 6. The 6 highest-ranked conference champions get a spot. The 4 highest-ranked champs earning a first-round buys, which in this year would be Georgia, Michigan, as it is right now, TCU, and Southern Cal. That may change over the weekend with all the games coming up. A selection committee will also pick the 6 best at-large teams chosen regardless of conference. That's where it's going to get interesting. So the top 6 automatically get in, and there'll be 6 more picked by the committee. So that's where it's going to get interesting, to say the least. So if you're going to do it for this year, and we're not, Georgia, Michigan, TCU, Southern Cal will be the top 4 seeds. Clemson and Tulane would also get in as champions of their conferences. If it was this year, the at-large selections would be Ohio State, Alabama, Tennessee, Penn State, Kansas State, and Utah. If we're doing it this year, and this is all just for kicks and giggles, the first-round matchups this year would be Tulane at Ohio State, Utah at Alabama, Kansas State would be in Knoxville to battle Tennessee, and Clemson would be at Penn State. Of course, we're not doing it, but just to give you an idea of what's happening. So the first round of the playoffs in 2024, year after next, will take place on campus sites, and the quarters and semifinals be through the bowls that we've talked about. Rose, Sugar, Orange, Peach, Cotton, and Fiesta. And the championship game, the first one for the 2024 season, will be played January 20th, 2025 in Atlanta. So there you go. Hello, Kathy Lyles. Hello to Kim Birchfield. We are live here at Food City in Jonesboro. So it is official. It is going to happen. And I just knew it was a matter of time. You know why? Because $450 million of additional revenue will get a lot of people's attention. And it did. And it has. And so there you go. So college football, what do you think about that? Now, we got a big weekend coming up, championship weekend. We'll take a break, run down who's playing where in the championship game starting tonight. Some are being played tonight. It's a big night, a big weekend for college football because a lot of folks will be deciding where they're going, and the fan bases to start getting on the phone and getting on the computer and securing hotels to go to the particular city their team's going to be going to this weekend. They'll announce all that on Sunday. So we'll do that. We'll take a look at who's playing what in championship weekend, who's playing where, and who's playing who right after this. We are live, Wiz. We are on the road at Food City in Jonesboro on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
We're all picky about our produce, and whether you're a thumper, a sniffer, a squeezer, or just plain particular, we promise no one is more picky about produce than Food City. That's why we're introducing our Picky Promise. Whether it's from farms down the road or tropical produce from the ends of the earth, we guarantee it's fresh or we'll replace it. You see, we're picky about produce, so you don't have to be.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher. Our butchers offer special orders, custom cuts, and even entire meal recommendations. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
Huh. I bet he'd be great at wrapping presents.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
About it.
Oh yeah, big deal. We've been in service, been chartered since 1952, and we're having some yummy refreshments and giveaways this Wednesday at every location from 11 till 4. So come see us. We hope you can come.
This coming Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. Next week, we're doing tour schools. And next week, we'll be there thanks to Northeast Community Credit Union. We do it in the spring, do it in fall. This will be our fall run. We'll go to West Side next Monday from 8 to 9. Then we go to, then we go to Elizabeth and I. Then we go to Harold McCormick. Then we'll go to East Side. And then we'll finish things up next Friday at T.A. Duggar. So we'll be there at all 5 spots. You there this time at all of them?
I'll be there as
Good.
far as I know, all of them.
All right.
So yeah.
'Cause last was Kathy Campbell's there. A couple of them. You were out of town. So And either way, I mean, we'll be glad to see whoever comes from Northeast Northeast Community Credit Union. So they'll be coming up next week, next Monday, excuse me, from 8 to 9. West Side Elementary, Elizabeth and I, Harold McCormick, East Side, and T.A. Duggar in that order next Monday through Friday. So we're very excited about that. And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Before we get into Championship Saturday, look here. Some more gift-giving ideas from your local Food City. Russell Stover Candy, the legendary and world-famous Russell Stover Candy, for $8.99. Shows, hello, Pete and Crystal Slagle. How you doing, kids? Shows milk chocolate, peanut cluster, maple nut butter, strawberry cream, nut caramel, chocolate buttercream, vanilla cream, raspberry cream, milk chocolate caramel. Again, with the red truck on the front, $8.99. Good gift-giving idea, good stocking stuffer. The other option for Russell Stover Candy would be from Food City. Assorted milk and dark chocolates, an American classic since 1923. What is that, 99 years old? Is that right? Russell Stover, since 1923. Is that right? 2022? Yeah. 99 years have been in business. So there you go. All right, let's take a look at it. Championship weekend for college football. Two of those tonight at 7:30. The Conference USA Championship. North Texas who's 7-5, and University of Texas San Antonio 10-2 tonight at 7:30. The Pac-12 Championship. A lot of folks watching this one. We'll go on record and say Utah's going to beat them. Again, they beat them earlier in the season. Utah 9-3, Southern Cal 11-1. Playing that one in Vegas tonight. And that'll go a long way in the college football playoff four. Of course, Southern Cal's one of those four teams right now. Everybody's watching that one. Everybody's watching the TCU game tomorrow. Coastal Carolina, the Sun Belt Championship tomorrow at 9-2 at Troy 10-2. By the way, Coastal Carolina, who has ETSU ties, Jamie Chadwell, being heavily recruited by Liberty to take the place of Hugh Freeze as the head coach at Liberty from Coastal Carolina. They're 9-2. They'll play at Troy 10-2 tomorrow for the Sun Belt Championship. SEC Championship 4 o'clock tomorrow in Atlanta. Georgia 12-0. LSU 9-3. Does LSU have a chance? Probably. I think they'll give them a fairly good run. I don't think when Georgia's clicking, they are very, very, very tough to beat. We saw that against Tennessee. They put on a show. So, AAC Championship tomorrow. Central Florida 9-3 at Tulane 10-2. The ACC Championship in Charlotte tomorrow night. North Carolina 9-3, Clemson 10-2. Gets that one, I go Clemson. Also tomorrow, the Big Ten Championship tomorrow night in Indianapolis. Michigan 12-0, Purdue 8-4. Wolverines, probably. Big 12 Championship in Arlington tomorrow. TCU 12-0, Kansas State 9-3. That's an iffy game. That's a trap game for TCU. Much like Tennessee and South Carolina game, that was a trap game, and obviously the trap door fell in, opened up, and in goes UT. That ruined their chances to do a lot of things this year, but they're still going to have a good bowl. But TCU's right there in the same, in my opinion, same situation. 12-0, the Horned Frogs against Kansas State at noon tomorrow in Arlington, Texas. And then the last one we're kind of watching is Mountain West Championship. Fresno State 8-4, Boise State 9-3. So that's what's going on in college football championship Saturday. Hello, Linda Wagner. Hello, Reba Whitehead. Hello, Lisa Baker. Hello, lady. Hello, Jimmy Ritchie. We are joined by my man. He's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please bring on with a round of applause? Yeah, my buddy, Steve Strickler. How you doing, sir? Get up here. It's time.
Good morning, America.
Yeah.
Has somebody already got that tagline?
It does. You're a little late. You're about 25 years late. Did you ever watch
I know
Robin
there's a
Williams?
show called Good Morning America.
Yeah, but
that's not like a tagline.
no. Your beard's gotten a whole lot of salt and pepper since last time I saw you.
Well, thanks a lot for pointing out that I'm old.
You're not old. But it is getting a little bit more salt and
hardy.
pepper. Yeah,
It's
it
a
is hardy.
beard.
Yeah, it's filling out a little bit. I like it. So, how are you, buddy? Yeah, Good Morning America. It's been around a while, so we can't really use that. I mean, we can, but it's not original. So,
I think we should steal it.
well, we can. We could. This is, by the way, this is now the Steve and Tom show for the next few minutes. I'm giving you top
That's
billing.
the best time ever.
Yeah, it is. I missed you. Last time you were here, I came here, you were at a meeting, so we missed, our paths didn't cross, but we're here today.
Good. And we are, we survived Thanksgiving.
We did?
Now we are trying to hang on for dear life for Christmas.
Yeah. Let me say
It's a
this.
busy, busy time of year.
Yeah.
Selling groceries.
Let me say this. When you come down to the store, and I'm being totally serious, although I can't do it with these
Fat
whole
Rudolph.
Fat Rudolph. I'm trying to pay him a compliment. This store looks very, very nice. In fact, I come down here. I'll pass 2 or 3 food cities, come down here and shop, and I do that because
we-
this is very. I mean, seriously, it looks good.
We
Store
try
looks really
real
good.
hard.
You do. He has fun. He likes to cut up with his associates and all that, but they get the job done. It looks very, very nice. How long ago was you had to redo?
2 years.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, anyway, we appreciate always coming down to the oldest town in Tennessee to hanging out with my bud, Steve Strickler. We go back a ways. So, okay.
I wonder how this got to be the oldest town in Tennessee.
I don't know. But it
It's
is.
not on the edge of the state.
No. The edge of the state's trade.
So how did they get
Oh,
all the
that-
way down in here and decide, hey, we're going to make a town?
I don't know. He's asking me questions that
I'm just, I think about things.
you cipher a lot, don't you?
I'm a cipher.
Yeah, you do cipher. Yeah. Okay. Well, they sell
We do
some
have Fat Rudolph.
fat Rudolph. Looks like a chipmunk.
Yeah, it does. It does not look like Rudolph.
Is that a reindeer? No, that's
It's
a chipmunk.
Rudolph.
That's a chipmunk.
It's Rudolph.
No, Rudolph
See,
is look.
he's got a red nose.
Well, so does Chippendale the chipmunks.
But he's fat.
He is fat. He's a portly Rudolph.
They're on sale today.
Are you selling them? You're moving those, aren't
They're
you?
on sale today.
Oh, they're on sale today?
Special.
Really? Hand me that little reindeer. Before you got over here, I kind of honored that with your. I kind of named that after you. It's just
Little fella.
$6.99. I like it. That's Steve. Little reindeer.
Steve the reindeer.
Steve. Yep. Steve the reindeer. You got it.
Just like Santa said.
Yeah. Just
You know,
like I'm coming back again for
There's
Christmas.
Dancer and Prancer and Donner and Blitzen and Steve.
And Steve. There you go. How do we fix it?
Yeah.
Rudolph. It's $29.99.
$29.99.
Yeah. Rudolph and Friends. Ralphie the bunny. He's on sale too. I love it.
When you buy $30 in seasonal merchandise,
Yeah.
you get $10 coupon off of gas and go fuel at our gas and go.
Yeah.
So if you buy
The
Fat Rudolph, and Steve,
And Steve the reindeer.
you're going to get $10 off your gas.
There you go. Off gas and go. Can't beat that. Gas
Give
going
that
down
to the
too,
lo-
isn't it?
You give Fat Rudolph to the love of your life.
There you go. Give Steve to somebody
Sit that on your like
and think warmly of Steve.
desk at your office.
Yeah. think
He's a
wa-
paperweight.
think warmly of Steve.
That's
Yeah.
about all he's good for, just a paperweight.
What is gas? Gas is two. There's a glare on the screen.
$2.96.
296. And with your fuel bucks, 150 points down to 281. Woo, how about that? It's going down.
Goodness.
Yeah, about time.
Keep it up.
Keep it up. Up there. Who's making those calls? Keep it up. All right. Making those decisions. I'm going to rack his brain. I'm going to keep tabs to see how good he is in predicting these games.
Hey, I did pretty good the last time.
Yes, you did. I will give you credit.
I don't know.
You went 80%. I kept it. So
Did you?
yeah, I did.
I did. I picked some good ones.
You did pick good ones. So here we go. First off, okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Oh, show me Ralphie. I didn't have that one over here. Show me
Yeah.
Ralphie. I like Ralphie.
Oh, Ralphie here. Come on, Ralphie.
Yeah, you got to hit.
Was that in the movie?
Yeah.
I don't remember him being in that outfit.
There you go. Squeeze his hand. He does a little dance there.
Ralphie is $19.99.
It's $19.99.
So
Yeah.
if you buy two of those, you've reached your $30, and you get $10 free gas.
How do we make Ralphie stop here? Ralphie's kind of.
And you can give that. That's a stocking stuffer if there ever was one.
There you go. Okay, let's put Ralphie back over there. Ralphie, we'll get back to him in a minute. So,
Thanks, Ralphie.
yeah, thanks, Ralphie. So, we are live here at Food City. Hello, Kerry Reed, one of my favorite people. Krista Brittenlow, young lady. Thank you, by the way, for watching the game tonight. You're very kind with your comments. The game. Thank you, ma'am. All right, here we go. Conference USA. Now, some won't care, but the fan base in North Texas, who's 7-5, and Texas and San Antonio at 10-2, they're interested on who's going to win that game. Who do you think tonight? North Texas or Texas San Antonio? I know you don't really care, but just play along.
The team that has a 10-2 record.
Texas San Antonio. All right, I'm going to keep these up here.
I'm not up to speed on my
Texas teams. Gotcha. All right. Pac-12 championship tonight in Vegas. A lot riding on this one. Southern Cal 11-1, Utah 9-3. You taking the Trojans or the Utes? Now, Utes beat them the first time.
They did, but it was at Utah.
All right.
And it was a 2-minute conversion that it took to beat them. So we're going to go with USC.
Going Southern Cal. All right. Tomorrow, Georgia LSU. Georgia 12-0, LSU 9-3.
Georgia.
All right.
LSU is fool's gold.
Fool's gold. LSU living on a prayer like Bon Jovi sings.
Yeah.
Okay. ACC championship tomorrow night in Charlotte. North Carolina 9-3, Clemson 10-2. Who do you like there?
One would be tempted to say North Carolina. No. But Clemson is coming off a loss. They're going to be mad.
Yes.
And they're going to win.
I love Clemson. I love Dabo Swinney. Take Clemson. Okay. All right. Big Ten championship tomorrow night. Michigan 12-0. Purdue 8-4. Is Michigan going to be coming off?
I don't think Purdue's very good.
Michigan going to get caught coming off of a high off of Ohio State?
They didn't last year.
All right, taking Michigan. All right. The Big 12 championship, the last one we're going to do. TCU 12-0, Kansas State 9-3. This is in Arlington, Texas. It's kind of probably a TCU home game because it's in Texas.
Yeah.
But is this a trap game for the Horned Frogs?
You know, them last 3 games of the year, TCU was picked to lose all them games, and they won every stinking one of them.
Yep.
I'm going to go with Horned Frogs.
Going with the Horned Frogs. All right. So, nothing changes. Southern Cal, Georgia, Michigan, TCU. None of these guys lose, so you're going to say that's your 4 teams in the playoffs.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
I think that's who it should be.
All right.
Ohio State don't deserve it. Alabama don't deserve it. We don't deserve it.
This is good, sir.
We should have not lost to South Carolina.
No, that killed them.
Everybody's griping and complaining about Alabama being ranked ahead of us. And I understand that, but we had our chance.
Alabama lost
We
by
fell
2
on our
points.
face.
Tennessee game, LSU 2 points, or actually 3 points. Lost by 2 points, yeah. 2 losses, 2 points. Put that up against getting drilled by South Carolina. They gave up 724 yards of offense to South Carolina. That was a smackdown.
I couldn't even finish that game. I couldn't finish it.
No. Now, is Heupel had a great year? Sure.
Absolutely.
We're going to get a recruiting update here at the bottom at the last half hour of the show from our UT guy. But
I think we've jumped into the top 10.
We have, with good reason.
I think I seen maybe 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Because we got that defensive lineman that's really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is. So Jeff will give us an update on that. So Tennessee's having a great year, but everybody's complaining now we blew it against South Carolina. But 2 years ago we were a dumpster fire. So come
I
on.
think people they got all excited.
Yeah.
You don't know, when you're going to be good again. Maybe they just thought this is our year.
Yeah.
But I really think
No, they're going to be.
this wasn't ever going to be our year, so we should be happy.
Yeah.
Next year or the year after is when we should be solidly good.
Yeah.
We'll have Nico then.
We'll be good next year. Tennessee will be good next year. We're live here again at Food City in Jonesboro, talking to our great store manager, Steve. We have a reindeer named after him, Steve, the reindeer, for $6.99 at all Food Cities. And go out and get one of these in honor of Steve. Look at that. Neat little guy.
And you can name him Steve, too.
Steve or Tom, whatever you want to do. All right. College football going to 12, 2024. You okay with that?
I would have went 8, but I'm okay with 12.
All right. $450 million of additional revenues.
I don't really think the 12th team in the nation is going to have a shot to win the national title, so I don't know that 12 is. I just feel like 12 is too many.
Too many? All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's all about this, and you know that, and I know that. So, as I just said, they're going to put in $450 million of additional revenue into the kitty. So everybody's going to get a big piece of the
It's
pie.
always about the money.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. It drives the bus. If you don't think so, you're out
And
there
hey,
watching the
we
show.
get an extra week of college football, so I'm all for it.
Yeah. All right.
And
So,
you're gonna have, you're still gonna have some really good games.
oh, absolutely.
But this year, I don't know who the 12th team is, but
I have that right here,
whoever
sir.
the 12th team is, Georgia would probably plaster them,
Yeah.
and Michigan would plaster the
Here's how it's going to work.
11th team.
First round of the playoffs is going to be on campus sites. Teams seeded 5 through 12. Top 4 get a bye, which we knew. They're going to use the quarters and the semifinals to be played in the bowl games that we already know about: Rose, Sugar, Orange, Peach, Cotton, Fiesta. Championship of the first year will be in Atlanta on January the 20th of 2025. Now, if it was going to be this year, just for, we said this earlier before Steve got here, for kicks and giggles, here's what it would be: Georgia, Michigan, TCU, and Southern Cal, as it is right now, top 4 seeds. Clemson and Tulane would also make it because they're conference champions. Then, let me back up. Who's going to go in every year? It's going to go in as the 6 and 6 highest ranked conference champions will get a spot. The 4 highest ranked champs earning a first round bye, which that's what will be this year. Then the selection committee will pick the other 6, the best at-large teams. So the at-large, if it was this year, would be Ohio State, Alabama, Tennessee, Penn State, Kansas State, and the Utes of Utah. Now, if it was this year, here's your first round matchup. It's pretty good. Tulane at Ohio State would be a blowout. Utah at Alabama, interesting game. Kansas State would come to Knoxville and play Tennessee. And Clemson would go to Penn State, which would be a really good game. So,
That would
if
be
we
a
did it
good
this
game.
year. So that kind of gives you an idea. And now they're already talking about expanding even more after 2024, but they're going to roll
Man.
in with 12
That
for
would be a good
2024.
year. We would be good this year.
We would be good.
We could pull off. We could beat Kansas State, I think.
Yeah. So, anyway,
Darn.
pretty exciting, really. So, and, this will get rid of the who should be and who shouldn't be. We only have 4. We're going to go to 12. So,
Well, you know as well as I do, Tom, when you go to 12, then the 13th team's going to
Cry and scream.
Yeah.
Yep.
No matter how many teams you have, there's somebody going to say we got slotted.
Joseph Kechter, Babe Blue Ox, big old guy. You talking about it? This is one of those guys. He's huge.
Mountain of a man.
He was and is. He played football for Elizabethton. He's graduated. This is a guy that would pancake you and grin and come help you pick you up. I've never seen a guy mad.
It wouldn't take much to pancake me.
No. Well, I don't know about that, but Joseph Kechter is a mountain of a man, but he always was grinning.
No.
He wrestled, he'd pin guys, get up off the mat, and just grin, help them up.
He was happy to knock you out.
Yeah. Football, he'd pancake you and just help you up. He'd be always grinning. But Joseph says, I think UT's going to reload and be in a familiar space once they get to the playoffs. I think you're right.
Next year they got to go to Alabama. And to Florida.
That's all right.
To Kentucky,
That's
which
all
I
right.
don't think I mean, it's just the schedule in the SEC is a little skewed, and it really sucks for us because every year we got to play Georgia and Alabama every year. Everybody else doesn't.
Yeah.
LSU didn't have to play Georgia. Alabama didn't have to play Georgia. We had to play both them teams. Georgia didn't have to play Alabama.
So how do you explain this one to me? Because you're smarter than I am. How do you beat Florida at home, beat Alabama at home, go to LSU and wear them out 40-13? Beat Kentucky at home, really kind of throttled their season. It kind of went in a downward spiral after that. They're kind of regrouping now, though. But then go to South Carolina, and it's no disrespect to South Carolina, but on paper we should have drilled them, and we got hammered.
Waxed.
So how do you beat these teams and beat them the way you did and go down there and lay an egg?
Well, Jeremy Banks didn't make the trip.
Oh, there's something going on down there.
Yeah.
You know that.
And they had like 2 injuries in that defensive backfield, and they was playing guys out of position. I mean, that was obvious.
Right.
And they've never said why Jeremy Banks didn't make the trip.
Oh no, they haven't. There's
He didn't say they didn't say he was hurt.
no. You know what
he
happened.
was unavailable.
You have heard what has happened, right?
I've heard some things.
Some locker room skirmishes
I've heard some things.
twixt him and Hooker is
But
what
we've still never.
it's not been confirmed.
Why don't we
Explore, be investigative reporting.
say, hey, what happened?
Well, they asked him down in South Carolina, and Heupel said, we'll discuss it next week when we get back to Knoxville. It's never been discussed, never been brought up. So the old adage, where there's smoke, there's fire, there's something. So,
Because that would have been a lot different, I believe, if we'd have had some other players on the field. But who knows? I mean,
but we didn't, so we had to go with
That's
what
right.
we had. Anyway, that explains it. Some of the key players are out. We are live here at Food City in Jonesboro on Food City Friday. It's a $5 Friday weekend, today and tomorrow. We told you earlier before Steve settled into his customary Steve and Tom show seat, he is top billing right now. He is top dog. I am second string now because this is the Steve show. We understand that. So, by the way, folks in Abington love this. You know that.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they
Yeah.
should.
They have commented when Tom and Steve are together, it's funny stuff. I was okay. I just get out of the way. Yo, play yogurt. You a yogurt guy?
Lord, yeah.
All right.
It's good for you.
Okay. Well, 10 of those for $5. Limit 10 today and tomorrow.
50 cents.
50 cent a piece.
I'm not that good at math, but I can even figure that out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty dumb.
Scooter's Coffee for $5. Limit 2. You ever had any Scooter's Coffee? I've never heard that.
Well, I'm not a coffee connoisseur, Tom. I'm sorry.
All right. I'm not either.
It tastes like dirty water.
I don't know what this, although I don't know what this is, but this is really, really good. I don't know if this is coffee, if this is a frappuccino, or it's cold. So what's that mean if it's
Did
cold?
they tell you?
It's
You can have cold coffee. It don't
Yeah.
make no sense, but yeah,
it's white chocolate mocha something. It's really, really good. I mean, really good.
you can put enough stuff into that coffee to make it taste good, and
It's really
that's what
good.
you got to do.
Kellogg's Kids Cereal 2 for $5 this week. 2 boxes for $5. Kellogg's Pop-Tarts 2 for $5. Take some more down there, big guy. There's some chips are on sale. Terry's Tater Chips.
Well, to go with that, $5 theme, we also the big hitter here is the Pick 5 in the meat department and the produce department because you get $5 off of the Pick 5 selections that we have. So it's $19.99 normally in the meat department for those 5 items. But today it's $14.99. Produce it's usually $7.99. Today you can get it for $5. So you save $2.99.
Gas is $2.96 by the way right now, folks. Again with 150 fuel bug points, $2.81 in Jonesboro, regular unleaded. That's awesome.
What a deal!
I love it. Going
Yes.
down. We want it to keep going down, so it'll help everybody out.
So to go with that $5 theme, we got our 4-pound Food Club sugar. That's 2 for $5. Our chicken drumsticks in a 5-pound bag, 2 for $5. Jumbo Baker potatoes, an 8-pound bag is, you guessed it, $5. Sweet pea Danish coffee cake. There's a cinnamon and a cream cheese. You guessed it, $5.
$5. I love it.
Little Debbie cakes, selected varieties of those, 3 for $5. Our black top pink salmon and a chicken breast in a can, 2 for $5. A really good deal as well. Scoop Away cat litter, 14-pound box, $5. It's Kramer's favorite cat litter.
Oh, he likes it. He has his own
I don't
special.
know if it's his litter or not.
Yeah, you got me on that one. All right, before we get into this high school thing, I want to talk to you about. Show me the Joy Gnome right over there. This is awesome. Price point on this, I think. Squeeze that thing because it blinks.
Does it?
Yeah, right there. Hit that little button
man,
right
look
there.
at you.
Look at you. I love it. Do that again. That looks nice. There you go. A Joy Gnome. I think that is price point is $12.99.
And we have lots
Of those?
Christmas items, general merchandise, stocking stuffers, gifts.
I
In
love
all our
it.
food cities, we have got an abundance of these items. Fat Rudolph,
Steve the reindeer.
Steve Rudolph.
Russell Stover candy. The little cardinal
We
for
have a cardinal
$9.99.
with some holly around him, so he's
Let me show you
he's
this.
holiday-ish.
Here's the Snoopy kitchen mat. I love it.
Kitchen mat with Snoopy.
And they got them for
No
Mickey Mouse.
kitchen
done.
should go without that.
There you go.
No kitchen should.
When
go
you
without
stand and prepare dinner for the Strickler family, you should have one of those.
If you're going to stand and do dishes in my kitchen, you better be standing on that mat.
That's it. So your little piggies don't get tired.
And that's a cushion mat.
It is cushion.
So-
I'm going to get that one. I'm going to get that one. Do I get that one or Mickey? Which one do you think would look better in my home? Am I a Snoopy guy or Mickey Mouse guy?
I hope you're a Snoopy guy.
I'll be a Snoopy for you. Okay, I'll get a Snoopy. I mean, I like Mickey.
Got it.
MICKEY. Why? Because we like you.
Good old
You don't remember
Mickey.
the Musketeers, no?
I do remember.
Oh, do you? All right, so here we go. I want to get your take on this because I'm a little bumfuzzled. High school athletes are now name, image, and likeness. High school. LeBron James' son Bronny Sierra Canyon High School in California, a $7.5 million contract with Nike.
Whoa.
17 years old. Arch Manning, who of course we all know who he is kinned up to, at a high school in New Orleans just signed a contract for $3.4 million. He's going to Texas, by the way. Mikey Williams, a basketball player, is committed to go to Memphis, cuts a deal with Puma for $3.6 million. Now, these are high school kids. Name, image, and likeness. You for it or against it?
Here is the world we live in.
Yeah.
If somebody's willing to pay you that, it's completely legal, and you should do it.
Yeah.
Now, why a company would pay a high school athlete any amount of money for, I don't know what they're going to get out of that. I mean, I can't imagine, Food City paying for, the local high school football player $1,000 when, what is, Food City? What's Puma getting out of that?
I don't know.
Is people going to buy Puma because
Is
those
food
athletes?
if Steve Strickler's a hot rod
Don't
football
know.
player at Crockett High School here in Jonesboro, and he gets on there and says, I get stronger to play football because I drink Mayfield milk from Food City, am I going to run and get a gallon of milk because Steve Strickler said he's a high school football player? Probably
Yeah.
not.
I
I'm not into
don't
endorsements.
see that
No.
correlation, but
No.
yes, if somebody is willing to pay you that money, then you should take it, and it's yours, and that's completely fine in my book.
One of the folks, Peter Schoenthal, a name, image, and likeness expert out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, he's the CEO of Athliance, which is a group that does this very thing, says, and he's right, we have 8-year-olds in this country and all over the world have YouTube channels where they're making millions of dollars reviewing toys,
Yes,
which is crazy.
my
8-year-olds.
daughter watches other kids play with toys on YouTube.
Really?
The craziest thing you've ever seen. Like, she's not playing with the toy, she's watching someone else play with the toy.
So she would sit and watch me and you play with Ralphie the bunny thing and just go, Daddy,
And
Tom and Steve are
somebody's
playing.
making money from that. I don't know what the amount is. If you go on YouTube and do anything, you post a video, if it gets so many
Views.
hits or watch
Views.
views, YouTube will pay you.
Well, we're on the
But nobody wants to watch me do anything on YouTube.
We're on the road to having that.
Anybody.
We're getting ready to monetize this. We're the views are going up fast enough that we got
Am
folks.
I going to make $1 million, Tom?
Won't be $1 million, maybe $1, maybe $2. So you keep pushing that Steve the reindeer, that may get you, put you over the top. So, because I can see people running to Food City and the Fat Rudolph.
Fat Rudolph,
So really, who made that?
$90 million.
I mean, that it looks like a chipmunk. It does not look like a reindeer.
Look like Rudolph.
It's
I
a
guess they was
plush.
thinking they wanted to make it's almost like a Squishable,
Yeah,
if you know what a Squishable is.
yeah,
And that's, I guess, what their theme was.
yep.
And people love Rudolph, Tom.
I thought we'd do this in honor of you and I. For $2.99, you can get Dum Dums to hang on your tree or make stocking
You can
stuffers.
watch this show for free.
There you go, for free. No monetary exchange here. The Jelly Bellies, got those for $2.99 at all Food Cities. And then you have, you like cinnamon? You're a hot dude? Hot tamales, fierce cinnamon, $2.99 candy canes.
Too hot for me.
Are you a fan of Peeps?
Yeah.
You
not
like
so
Peeps?
much.
All right, $2.49 the marshmallow Peeps at your local Food City. So, is he needed? It's
No.
not needed. Okay. So, anyway,
But yes,
yes.
if it's true.
Show me Ralphie one more time. The Christmas story. I
There
want,
is-
I want his little legs to work. Squeeze his hand to get.
There
Wait a minute.
is
Let's get,
8-year-olds.
let's get him up there.
Look there.
Here we go. There we go. Two
Somebody
grown.
would pay for that to watch this.
We have 2 grown men playing with Ralphie the bunny from the Christmas Story. She's laughing at us. And with good reason, I might add. Will it please stop? He wiggles.
Dancing fool.
She's videoing. Your cohort is Her name is Kat, which I think is pretty cool. Kat
She's
is
gonna
videoing
put this
this.
on the internet.
We're gonna make millions.
We're gonna make millions
Because we're playing with Ralphie the Critter. There's going to be people on YouTube, because we're on YouTube. People are going to go on YouTube and go, we want to watch Steve and Tom play with Ralphie. Just do it one more time then. Let's do it.
Oh.
Bring it over here one more time. Hit the button, because
Here I am.
Cat's belly laughing. These are two grown men.
I have a name, image, and likeness. I will give you my bank account information. You can just funnel it right into my bank account. Wasn't Ralphie a nerd?
Your
Ralphie
co-workers.
couldn't dance? He couldn't dance.
Man, Ralphie. Let's put Ralphie right over here. Let's keep it away from him. So, every one of your co-workers are walking by and laughing at him. Every one of them. So, and with good reason. This is 1999, by the way. Somebody would like this. So there you go.
I guess.
Every one of your co-workers walk by and are laughing at us. Every one of them, the ladies going to the Bakery Deli, just walk by
Tom,
shaking
I get
their head.
laughed a lot
I get
in
laughed a
my-
lot.
in my
Yeah,
life.
I
don't know about
understand.
you.
Yeah,
I'm used to it.
she walked by and she went like, "You two are squirrels." There you go. That's all right. We have fun, don't we?
Hey, America loves this.
Yes, they do. I guess. I don't know.
We need to set
Oh.
up our name, image, and likeness.
That's it.
Hey,
Yes.
that Baby Shark. Wasn't that just some bunch of kids singing that silly song? And what?
The Baby
that-
Shark?
Yeah, you know, Baby Shark's on YouTube. Baby Shark, doo 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 doo. You've heard of it.
No, I'm not seeing. I have no clue what you're talking
Well,
about. Baby Shark?
Listen, everybody listen to your show knows Baby Shark.
Barbie Shark. Baby Shark on
It's
YouTube.
It's kind of an annoying little song.
Could
And,
be
like,
more than that
these
one.
Little kids are singing Baby Shark, and it's a cartoon thing.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know how many views it gets a day.
Millions?
It's ridiculous.
Okay.
And I'm sure that them kids made
Bukus.
$1 billion.
Yeah. We need to
singing
work
the
on
other
this. We need to supplement our income, do something you and I on YouTube.
I know.
Steve and Tom. Now, we were going to bob for apples, and that one kind of went with the boards. I guess we could still do it in January.
We didn't bob for apples.
You said to come back down and we bob for apples, and you weren't here. But we could always do it for a.
I'm gonna go get a bowl of.
Well, don't do
water
them today.
and
Well,
some
give me a
apples.
reason to come back. I want to come back before Christmas, and we'll do another show. And we'll let
Can't
you
bob for apples today.
with a Christmas stocking hat on. So you could go down and bob with a bucket of water and go in some apples. Some
I
apples.
don't want to bob for apples.
Some Christmas apples. So
Daggone.
can we come back and watch you?
We can.
You said you would do it, but now you can put on a little Christmas stocking. I mean, one of the little Santa
I'll do it
Claus
today.
things. And what?
I'll do it today.
I don't know if we can do it today. I don't know if we. I mean, we've got other guests lined up, but I would definitely. Yeah, I would love to come back and watch you bob for
We're
apples
bobbing for apples.
on the show with a bucket.
We're bringing that back.
What? Wash
Maybe that'll
tub.
get us on YouTube.
This could be on YouTube. There'll be a lot of people wanting to watch you bob for apples. Now, would you use a bucket, or do I need to get a
I've
wash
got a big
tub?
bowl back there. Yeah, I got something to put it in.
Oh, you got something in. Okay. So all we need is water and some apples, and then the appropriate attire. And Steve can go.
I'll just put one apple in it because you put a lot of apples, it makes it easy.
Yeah. No, just put
I don't
one.
want
You
it
have
to
to,
be easy.
and put one with just a very little tiny stems. You have to actually go in and bite the apple.
I'm gonna work for that apple.
Yeah. We're gonna make you work. Oh, what am I doing?
Man.
What am I doing? But
We
we're
forgot to bob for apples. I'm so disappointed.
well. We can still do it. It's an autumn thing. We can do it for. Hello, ladies. How you doing? That lady walked by and she said, "Who are they?" I'm thinking, it's Tom and Steve.
She whispered under her breath, "Losers."
I don't think she whispered. I think I heard her pretty plain. Who are those squirrels? No, I don't think there was any whispering to it. I think she was very direct. As she was walking with her buddy, like, who are those two nuts? So, anyway, it's always a pleasure. You come back right before the end of the show, right before 1 o'clock,
Absolutely.
and treat us with some more, Steve,
Yeah, we need some.
because we need an update on. We can't do it now. I gotta go to a break. We need to get an update on Kramer going into the holiday season with Christmas trees, his beloved cat. So, will you come out and give us a Kramer report and
Yeah,
sell
we
some
gotta
more
get a
groceries?
Kramer report.
All right. We'll take a break. I love coming down here. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We are live again at Food City in Jonesboro. Coming up next, we will be ready to go talking sports with Doug Fritz, sports writer, John City Press, Kingsport Times News. Right after this timeout, we are live at Food City in Jonesboro. It's show number, what is this show, by the way? Do we know? Let's go up here and see. I can't remember which one it is today. It is show number 1752.
Good Lord.
1,752nd show. So
That's a lot of shows.
It's a lot of talking. You've been on a lot of them.
Man.
Yeah. See there? We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this from Pleasant Beach Baptist Church Talking Sports.
My name's Mark Fowler, and I'm the pastor of Pleasant Beach Baptist Church right here in Elizabethton. And we're excited to see what God is doing. And as we enter into this time of year where we celebrate not only Thanksgiving, but as we think about Christmas, and it's more to us than the gifts and the family traditions. It's a reminder that the Savior of the universe came to live and die and shed his blood for our sins. And as we celebrate Christmas time, we want to invite you to come be with us. We have several special things going on, and you can see the dates on the screen as we see our children's program and then our adult choir and then team play. You see the events there. But there's no better time to come and to be a part of a church as it is at Christmas time. And we encourage you to come as we celebrate the Lord's birth, but not only his birth, but his life, his sacrifice, and it reminds us of his soon return. And we'd love to have you be with us sometime soon.
Right here. Thought of one of our great sponsors again, our buddy Brian Pipkin from Phil's Dream Pit Catering. Tell us about catering.
Well, you know, Tom, that's one thing that we don't advertise a whole lot, but that we do a lot of is catering for events. So you can give us a call. We can quote your pricing, sit you down, tell you exactly what we do. But we bring a crew out there. We set everything up for you. We serve all your guests. We tear it down. We clean up after ourselves and basically just take care of the whole shooting match for you. So we do a lot of weddings. Recently handled a celebration of life for a 5-year-old who lost his battle with cancer, so that was a little bit of an emotional day. But whatever the needs are, we're going to try to fill them. So give us a call. We'd love to cater your event.
Can we order anything off the menu, or do you have a select catering menu?
We do have a little bit of a selection. About the only thing that we can't do catering is our hash brown casserole. It doesn't travel and serve particularly well in that environment. It's something that needs to come out of the oven, stay warm, and stay fresh, but everything else is opened up. If it's not something that's on our catering menu and it's something you want, we'll figure it out.
What about the sides?
Sides, we do. So when we cater an event, we're going to come in with meat and with 3 of our sides. So, you know, most customers take our pulled pork, make it simple. That way you don't have 5 or 6 different things and make sure you don't run out of food. But we can bring pulled pork. We can do our beans, macaroni and cheese, coleslaw, potato salad, macaroni salad. We're going to bring 3 of those sides with us. Make sure your guests have plenty to eat. Bring an entire crew out. Serve it just like you do here in the restaurant. We've got warmers that travel with us that run off electricity to keep things a lot hotter and fresher than the little gas things that you always see people bring out. So it's a full event. We bring our van, bring a crew, and we can get you set up for whatever you want.
Is there a number that you'll max out at? The more the merrier.
The more the merrier. It gets cost prohibitive to do really small groups. We'll quote it for you and we'll try to make it work. But typically you see it start paying off at 75, 100, 125, 150 people. And I know a lot of your following comes out of Elizabeth, and we'll go to Elizabeth and cater. I've got a wedding there in a couple of weeks that we're getting ready to do. So yeah, we'll travel for these catering to make it work for you if we can.
How do we get a hold of you?
423-349-6437 is the best way if you want to quote on catering. You can also view our website, philsdreampit.com. Select a little drop down that says other menus, and you'll see a catering menu and pricing, but we'll sit down and figure it all out for you and make it work if we can.
There you go. One of our great sponsors, folks. Love coming out and promoting these folks. Again, on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Brian and the gang right here at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Interstate 26, Eastern Star exit. Can't go wrong. Open Tuesdays through Saturdays at Phil's Dream Pit. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're live at Food City in Jonesboro. A couple of specials again. Jumbo Baker potatoes, 8-pound bag, $5 today, tomorrow. It's a $5 Friday and Saturday at all Food City locations. Also, you have Hormel pork fillets for $5. If you're a Pepsi connoisseur, Pepsi products, 6-pack, 16-ounce bottles, $2.99. And as we said earlier, if you are helping out, and we would hope that you are, some local food pantries, Food Club Fruit, which is non-perishable, of course, 4 cans for $5, limit 12 at all Food Cities today and tomorrow. Good afternoon, Mr. Fritz, sports writer, John City Press, Kingsport Times News. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Doing great. It's hard to believe it's December the 2nd. Seemed like the other day it was June, but here we are. We're in the Christmas season for sure, or as I call it, the Christmas season. All right, we're up and running. I don't know what the score is. We got the 3A championship going on. Alcoa and East Nashville playing as we speak down in Chattanooga at Finley Stadium. Then we have the 1A championship coming up at 1 o'clock, and that would be between Clay County and McKenzie. I know nothing about these teams. Maybe you do. And then the other game tonight, 14-0 Knox West against Page, 12-2. So break these games down. Alcoa and East Nashville playing right now. Do you have a score, sir? Because I do not.
I do not. I haven't looked at the score yet. I was going to try and catch some of it on TV, but Alcoa should easily handle them. They did last year. Alcoa's, they beat Maryville this year, so they're even a notch above what they usually are. So they should roll the title number 8 in a row, which is just really just amazing. No matter what level you're at and how much better you are than everybody, to win 8 in a row is something incredible.
8 in a row, folks. That's what you call a dynasty. That's Alcoa. And then Knox West, 14-0, playing Page tonight at 7 o'clock. They're 12-2. Knox West, Birchfield said, I think maybe you said it, this might be the best team in the entire state. They're that good at Knox West, so they shouldn't have any problem with Page, correct?
They should not. I mean, they are. I think they're. I'd like to see them if the TWAA wouldn't allow it, of course. But I'd like to see them play Oakland for kind of the mythical overall championship. But they're as good as anybody in the state, and I put them up against anybody in the state, including Oakland. But they should be able to handle Page pretty easily.
Here's the verse of the day. We want to give this to you again. Psalms 40, verse 5 says, this is awesome. O Lord my God, you have performed many wonders for us. Your plans for us are too numerous to list. You have no equal. If I tried to recite all your wonderful deeds, I would never come to the end of them. That is out of the FCA Athlete's Bible. Psalms 40, verse 5. O Lord my God, you have performed many wonders for us. Your plans for us, too numerous to list. You have no equal. If I tried to recite all your wonderful deeds, I would never come to the end of them, which is very, very, very true. Psalms 40, verse 5, the verse of the day here. We unashamedly do that every show here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. All right, tomorrow, Anderson County, we know about this team. Elizabeth got beat by them twice, and we gave them, I think, the best run for the money of anybody all year. Anderson County, 14-0 against Pearl Cone, 12-2 tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock in Chattanooga. Who gets that game? Anderson County or Pearl Cone?
I think it's going to be a good football game. I think there'll be a lot of points scored. I think it's going to be an entertaining back and forth game. Anderson County's given up some points this year, but they can sure score it. And their quarterback coach has ties to our area. It's Aaron St. Clair, who's the son of Robert St. Clair, who's a Dollars Bennett football player back in the day, and Aaron played at Sullivan South. But he's done a great job with Walker Martinez, who's one of the best quarterbacks in the state. And at the end of the day, if I'm picking that game, no matter how much athleticism that Pearl Cone may have, I'm looking at Walker Martinez to make plays in the fourth quarter to win that football game. And plus, Anderson County can run the football as good as anybody on this end of the state. So I think they're going to win. I think it's going to be a battle, though. I'd like to watch that game.
Well, they set the pass over the run. I saw it twice. They've got particularly that second game, we got a steady dose to Elizabethton of No, N-O-E, Gavin No, and Moog, and they would alternate them. They'd pound you with one, and they'd pound you up with a couple of plays or a play each. And then they'd drop back, catch Walker Martinez would catch you, and fire down the field to Val, the V-O-W-E-O-L, the big wideout. So they had a very nice offensive package. We gave them everything they wanted, but they won the games, as we know. And so they'll play tomorrow at 11 o'clock. 2A tomorrow, Tyner and Riverside. Tyner out of Chattanooga, 13-1. Riverside at 12-2. Then tomorrow night at 6A, the 7 o'clock game tomorrow night. Beach at 13-1. Murfreesboro, Oakland, 13-1. What happened to the Maryville Rebels? I thought they were going to be making a run to get back down to the big show. They got short-circuited. What happened to Maryville? And what do you think about this game tomorrow night, Beach and Oakland?
Well, Oakland's just, as much as Maryville is a notch above everybody in Northeast Tennessee, Oakland's become a notch above Maryville. They beat them 3 in a row in the semifinals, and they have more athletes. Here's the difference, I think, between Oakland and Maryville. Same program, same execution, same football ability, but Oakland has bigger, better, and faster athletes. And so when you get out in the head-to-head matchup, Maryville just hasn't been able to match up with that. And Maryville beats teams from our area with those first three things. They don't always have the great athletes, but they've met their match, and that's and that's why Oakland should win state championship for a third year in a row. They should be able to handle Beach. Beach lost to Farragut. Farragut was destroyed by Science Hill in the playoffs. If you wanted the comparison there, and it's a football factory down there at Oakland right now, kind of like Riverdale back was before, when Gary Rankin was there before he came to Alcoa. And they get the good athletes, the good football players. They go to Oakland, and so they're going to be good year in year out as long as that keeps happening.
We're talking to our buddy Doug Fritz again. Johnson City Press, Kingsport Times News. Let's take a look at the high school basketball schedule for tonight. Dobbins Minute. These are the guys. Is it double headers? No, this one's not. Dobbins Minute at Carnes tonight on the boys' side. Then the rest of these are double headers. Cosby at Crockett. Tennessee High will be at Westridge tonight. Unicoi County hosting West Green. Volunteer at Cherokee for the bragging rights of Hawkins County. Hampton at Johnson County in basketball, and South Green at North Green. So out of the chute, you look at this Upper Lakes Conference. Volunteer 6-0, Tennessee High 4-0, and Unicoi County 7-1. That is, they are combined 17-1 right now. So this is going to be a very tough conference. And Volunteer and Tennessee High both have beaten the defending state champ Dobbins Minute, and so I'm thinking they're making a statement already, Doug, before we even get into the conference race and how tough the Upper Lakes Conference is going to be this year.
Well, and there's from comparison sake, not only is the Upper Lakes Conference better probably than the Big Five, at least they've shown that so far, is the Big Five is down this year. I mean, it's potentially the worst Big Five that there's been since there's it's not, of course, the Big Five hadn't been around a long time, but any league with Science Hill in it has been great. But Science Hill's just not very good this year. And, if Tennessee High beats Westridge tonight, which that's going to be a barn burner, I think, but if they beat Westridge, I mean, that's going to pretty much seal the signal for early in the season. Of course, it can change, but early in the season, it's going to signal that the Upper Lakes is a tougher league than the Big Five for certain. That's a big game. Now, it'd be interesting to see how that plays out. I'm interested to see how those things match up. And but Volunteer, they beat DB. I mean, I know DB's got an injury situation, but they did it. They won on the court. I think they play them again here soon. We'll see what happens there. And it's just interesting. And I saw Unicoi County against Science Hill, and Unicoi's pretty good. I mean, they got a couple of young kids that can flat out play, and then they got some older kids who are good ball players. That league right now, night in, night out, is going to be really tough.
We're talking to our buddy Doug Fritz again tonight. Westridge 5-1, by the way, hosting Tennessee High, who's 4-0. So that's going to be a good one. 9 wins on the court already for those two teams. So we'll again see how that ends up tonight at Westridge High School. So that's what's going on again in the Big Five. You got Westridge 5-1 and DB 4-2 on top. They haven't started conference play yet. In the Upper Lakes, as we said, Volunteers 6-0, Tennessee High 4-0, Unicoi County 7-1. The Three Rivers Conference, Chucky Doak at 7-1 right now. In the Watauga Valley Conference, on top of the leaderboard at this moment is University High at 5-2. Now on the girls' side, Big Five Conference, or overall, Crockett, Boone, and Dobbins Minute, and Science Hill all have 5 wins already. So it's going to be a very tough Big Five girls' conference for sure. Upper Lakes, Elizabethton at 5-1, and Unicoi County at Elizabethton 4-1, and Unicoi County 5-3 right now. In the Three Rivers, Happy Valley 3-1, they're on top of the leaderboard. And in the Watauga Valley Conference, Hampton's ladies at 2-0, and Cloudland's ladies are at 5-3. So obviously just getting started with the basketball season, so it will continue to unfold. We'll be talking to Doug virtually every week throughout the basketball season when he's available. All right, college football playoffs. What do you think? They're going to 12 in 2024. You got the 4 playing again this week. We'll get your take on those coming up in a second. But what is your take on they finally made it official? It was a foregone conclusion it was going to happen, and it is. We're not next year, but year after, we're going to a 12-team format for college football with $450 million of additional revenue going to be thrown into the kitty for folks to enjoy the money, those respective schools. So what's your take, sir? You like it or not like it in 2 years?
I think it's great. The thing I don't like about it is why you have to wait 2 years. We'll have to go through this mess again next year. This year you've got a playoff it's not going to be a true national champion, because you can't have a true national champion if you don't have the best teams. And I think you need all the teams that have a legitimate chance to get on the field and win a national championship. And this year, more than likely, you're not going to have Alabama in there. You're not going to have Tennessee in there. You're not going to have Clemson in there. I'd even like to see South Carolina in there with the way that they finished this season. But you need to have these teams that are capable of winning national championship playing in the playoffs, so you can have a true champion. And I know, Tennessee blew their chance. Alabama may have blown their chance. But at the same time, I mean, the only team in the country that doesn't have a flaw in some way, shape, form, or fashion is Georgia. That's it. So if you want to just crown them national champions, you could. Otherwise, you're going to play this thing off. Michigan has flaws in the schedule they play and some of the games they played. TCU's been teetering on the brink of collapse almost every time they get out there as far as wins and losses go. So everybody's got their unsightly things, and you need to have these teams have a chance at the end. And finally, 2 years from now, they're going to do that. And I think you get up to 12. I mean, I'd like to see 16, but 12 is good. We'll go with that. And, at the end of the day, if you're not in the top 12, you probably don't deserve a chance.
All right, let's get your takes on these games. What you think? I'll check you this time next week and see how good you picked them, just for fun. Pac-12 tonight, Southern Cal 11-1, Utah 9-3. The Utes beat them the first time in Utah. Who wins this one tonight in Las Vegas, Southern Cal or Utah?
I'm going with the Southern Cal quarterback. I like what I saw of him last week, and so I'm going to lean on him, and he's going to use his feet and his arm to outscore the opponent. They're not going to beat him with defense, so, I think USC wins.
All right, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, North Carolina 9-3, Clemson 10-2 in Charlotte, neutral field. Who wins this one, Tar Heels or Clemson?
Going to go with Clemson. I have a little bit of ACC bias, but I still think Clemson, they messed up their opportunity by losing South Carolina, obviously, but and I know they got hammered one time, but they're still a good football team. I think they'll beat Carolina.
Georgia or LSU? Georgia 12-0, LSU 9-3 tomorrow in Atlanta, 4 o'clock, SEC Championship. Bulldogs or the Tigers?
Bulldogs, but LSU is kind of that weird team they'll jump up and bite somebody that's better than them, and then they'll just lay down and not play well in some weeks. So could they give Georgia a game? Sure, but I got to think at the end of the fourth quarter, Georgia's going to be on the winning side.
Big Ten Championship tomorrow night in Indianapolis. Michigan 12-0, Purdue 8-4. Any chance we'll let down Michigan after whooping Ohio State like they did in Columbus, or are they going to take care of business against Purdue tomorrow night?
I think there's a chance of a letdown. I think there's a chance of championship game nerves. I think there's a chance in the back of your mind, oh no, if we lose or we're not going to make the playoff, all that stuff's going to weigh on Michigan. But when you run the football the way Michigan does, it's not so much execution as it is as we're coming, try and stop us. And when you can do that, you lessen the chance for mistakes. You can control the ball. You hold the game in your hands, and I think that's going to be the reason they'll be fine.
So Michigan's going to take that one, correct? Is what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
All right, the last one is, I think this is a trap game for TCU. We'll see. They're 12-0, the Horned Frogs, and it's Kansas State 9-3 at noon tomorrow in Arlington, Texas. It's a neutral site of sorts, but really it's probably not since it's in Texas. But Horned Frogs, or you going with Kansas State tomorrow at noon?
I don't think it's a trap game, because what I think it is an out-and-out challenge for TCU. I don't think that they've got this one in the bag. I think that Kansas State is going to come in there and push them to the limit. I almost hate to do that. I don't like picking against undefeated teams, but I think Kansas State's going to get them. I think the TCU's used up all their 9 lives, and I think it's going to come down, and they're going to be watching the other team kick a field goal, sail through the uprights in the final play of the game. So we'll go with one big upset there, and we'll go with Kansas State.
All right, and the follow-up question. You picked Southern Cal, who's in there right now, and Georgia, Michigan, so that fourth team would be TCU. They're not going to be in there according to you. They're going to lose tomorrow. So who do you put in that fourth team? Do you elevate Alabama, Ohio State, Tennessee? Who gets that fourth spot in the playoffs if you're right and TCU gets beat tomorrow?
The most deserving team of that fourth spot, beyond the shadow of any doubt, is Alabama, because Ohio State got just, hornswoggled by Michigan in the fourth quarter of that game, just got blown away, couldn't tackle anything. And Tennessee just got, just hammered by South Carolina. You look at Alabama's two losses, they make that field goal against Tennessee, they probably win that game 52-49 instead of losing 52-49. They lose by 1 point to LSU on a 2-point conversion. They deserve to be in the playoffs. There should be a +1 this year. They should let 4 and 5 play for that fourth spot. Somehow you need Alabama in that playoff. It's just not, to me, it's not legitimate. They are one of the 4 best teams in the country. And they've proven it on the field. They deserve that. They've proven it with tradition. But, I'm not picking TCU to lose because I want to see Alabama in there. But I just think Alabama deserves it.
Tennessee got nailed, as we know, 724 yards of offense by South Carolina. So not only get beat, they got beat bad, and so that's going to really, really hurt their chances. So Ohio State did the same at home against Michigan. So, yeah, legitimately, whether you like them or not, Alabama's the team should be in there, given the fact they lose both games by 1 point, the 2-point conversion by LSU, and, of course, the field goal, as we know, at UT. So Alabama, whether you like it or not, I think that's the team that would go if any of these teams stumble. And Southern Cal may stumble tonight against Utah, but you're taking Kansas State to upend TCU, and so we'll see. All this coming up again tonight for the Southern Cal game. Everybody else plays tomorrow. We'll talk to our buddy Doug Fritz, Johnson City Press, Kingsport Times news sports writer. Let me get your take on this. Name, image, and likeness on the high school level. We've talked about this all week, or I have on the show. I'm just dumbfounded because, I guess it's okay. It's part of life. But we're talking kids making $7 and $8 million now. We've got Arch Manning, a $3.4 million contract. We've got Mikey Williams, his basketball player, is heading off to Memphis. He's in high school. A $3.6 million contract with Puma. And then LeBron James's kid, Bronny, a $7 million contract in high school with Nike. Now, I'm just going to tell you, when I see Bronny James, or I don't know who Mikey Williams is, or I know who the Manning boy is, I'm not going to go out here and buy a pair of Pumas because Mikey Williams is wearing them, nor will I buy Nikes because a high school kid named Bronny James, I don't care who his dad is, that doesn't make a difference. A high school kid's not going to motivate me to go out and buy anything at my age, and so maybe I'm in the rarity, but what's your take? Name, image, and likeness. These kids, and that's what they are, making bukus of money now on high school with name, image, and likeness. It's in the 19 states, and it'll be nationwide before it's all said and done. What's your take?
Well, Tom, you and I both, and we have to go back to the outskirts of our memory, but we know what it's like to be a teenager. And when I was a teenager, if I came across, of course, the times were different and the money was different, but if I came across $100, the chances of me taking that $100 and doing something good and worthwhile with it were really slim because it was like, hey, I'm gonna do something fun. I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm gonna do something for me. It was all about me. So now you're talking about what if back in the day you or I, Tom, had been given, in acquainted terms, not $7 million, but what if we had been given $1 million or even $500,000 or something back in the day because we were a star athlete, name, image, likeness, and somebody wanted to sign us and we got all that money? It would have ruined our lives.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. And maybe these kids who are getting that are because they're already kind of in the spotlight anyway. Because of like with LeBron, he's kind of Bronny's famous anyway. Because I don't know, but it's just the chances of it ruining their lives and any other kid who gets this are greatly and heightened, or however you want to say it. And that's what I look at first. What's it going to do to the kids? What's it going to do to the sport? That's another thing. But first of all, it's going to be bad for the kids. It's just, I can't see it. I don't understand it. And where's all this money coming from? It's like, are we supporting this with our tax dollars or something? I mean, our buying habits, whatever. I mean, I just don't get it.
Thank you. I don't either, but it's there and it's not going away. So name, image, and likeness now into 19 states for high school athletes, and it's not going to stop. It's not in Tennessee yet, but it'll have to be. They'll have to keep up with the Joneses to make it a blanket opportunity for kids in every state, because they're going to say, well, they can do it in Kentucky. How come we can't do it? And they're doing it in California. How come we can't do it? And that's how it's going to roll. And the pressure will be to open up the floodgates and let it happen here in Tennessee as well. So we'll see. Doug Fritz, thank you, my friend. Great job. Are you covering any games tonight?
Got that Westridge game, so it should be interesting.
Yep. Well, we'll read about it tomorrow in the John City Press, Kingsport Times News. Thank you, my friend. Great job. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, thank you, Tom.
Yep, good man right there. Appreciate him so much. Doug Fritz, sports writer, John City Press, Kingsport Times News. Top 25 college basketball last night. Let's run it down for you. I'm going to be checking in with Jeff Beverly from Tennessee on recruiting. Early signing period is coming up in a couple of weeks for Tennessee football for everybody. How is the Big Orange doing right now? We will see. Again, through the eyes of the man who knows, and that would be our dear friend and ready to do it here in just a few minutes, our good buddy, again, Jeff Beverly. So, top 25 college basketball last night. UConn, 8th-ranked UConn, 10-point winner over Oklahoma State. That big matchup was going to be a good one, and it was. Second-ranked Texas, a 5-point win over 7th-ranked Creighton last night. Utah upsets Arizona by 15, so the Utes knock off 4th-ranked Arizona last night. 9th-ranked Kansas in men's basketball, 26-point win over Seton Hall. And then UCLA, the 21st-ranked Bruins, a 14-point win over Stanford. So we have 4 games tonight, 2 good ones, too. 14th-ranked Gonzaga will be at number 6 Baylor at men's top 25 play. You have number 16 Illinois at number 22 Maryland tonight in top 25 head-to-head game, men's basketball. Colgate, this is a checkbook game. 15th-ranked Auburn hosting Colgate in men's basketball. And 24th-ranked San Diego State hosting Occidental in men's top 25 basketball. The Bucks tomorrow will be at home. They're retiring Timmy Smith's jersey, the all-time leading scorer for ETSU basketball. It'll be tomorrow. And they're going to be hosting Jacksonville State. The Lady Bucks of East Tennessee State beat Vanderbilt by 13 yesterday in Johnson City. Big win for the Lady Bucks. Are 7-2 under the first-year coach. And they whip them by 13, 44-31. So the Lady Bucks are out of the gate at 7-2, having a great run after firing their coach and bring in Brenda Mock Brown. I lose the young lady's name. Am I right? I want to get that right. This is going from memory, which is scary when I do this. I did get it right. Brenda Mock Brown. They're 7-2. Best start in 27 years for women's basketball at ETSU. And that's a great testament. The young lady came in at the 11th hour. They fired the coach, inherited a program that was in disarray, and they're out of the gate at 7-2. So congratulations to Brenda Mock Brown. The Bucks men's team play tomorrow at 4 o'clock, and they'll take on Jacksonville State. All right, soccer, United States and Netherlands tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning to continue their quest to get into the finals, to the final teams to set up for the World Cup. And so USA and Netherlands tomorrow. Go USA. Baseball, free agent move, Zach Eflin, the right-handed pitcher for the Phillies, going to the Devil Rays. Tampa Bay, 5-year, $35 million contract, the largest free agent contract in Rays history, going to Zach Eflin, leaving Philadelphia and heading into the Rays as a right-handed pitcher for Tampa. College football, Tom Herman, the new coach of Florida Atlantic. They fired Willie Taggart, who got fired from Florida State. Went to Florida Atlantic. He was 5-7 there, 15-18 in 3 years. Not going to cut it, and so they let him go. Tom Herman's career coaching is 54 wins and 22 losses. He'll take over at Florida Atlantic, the former head coach at Texas. And then Liberty University, as we said earlier in the show, going after and courting very heavily Jamie Chadwell, who has, of course, ties to East Tennessee State University in a big-time way. In 5 years at Liberty, he is, at Coastal Carolina, where he's at right now, he's 39-21, including 31-5 the last 3 years. Jamie Chadwell, the coach at Coastal Carolina, being recruited heavily to be the new coach for the Flames of Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia. So there you go. That's what's going on in the world of sports. We have some goodies here. $6.99 at Steve the Reindeer. He'll be back here in a little while. Steve the reindeer. These are $6.99 at all Food City's little Christmas ornament, or Christmas gift of sorts. Starbucks with a Christmas ornament, $9.95. This is called the Been There series. Really neat. At all Starbucks locations inside of Food City, Starbucks. Again, the white chocolate mocha that she gave me to drink is really good. I'm going to get another one here in a minute. It is very, very good. If you're into gnomes, I'm not, but if you're into gnomes, and that's okay, doesn't matter if I am or not, if you are, this is for $12.99. Spells out joy, and there's a gnome, and it lights up. Got the little clicker here on the back of it. There you go, lights up. So the Cardinal for $9.99, the Polystone Cardinal. Cardinals are big this time of year. And then the one I don't get, this is a plush Rudolph, which he doesn't look anything like a reindeer. Looks like a big, I don't get it, but there you go. There's Rudolph. Yep, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the plush. Don't get it. Looks like a big chipmunk to me, or hamster, but so be it. And then a couple of other gift-giving ideas. Let's get this for you, the Russell Stover candy in the tins. $8.99. Make a great gift-giving idea for someone. Hello to Becky Irvin and Thomas Stout and Junior Campbell. We're talking to Jeff Beverly coming up next about Tennessee football. The recruiting, it's on, folks. Early signing period coming up. We got to see what Jeff says about Tennessee football and where he thinks it'll go. I'll get his predictions on the games, too. Russell Stover is another 10. This one has strawberry cream, coconut clusters, orange cream, chocolate buttercream, vanilla cream, peanut clusters, raspberry cream, and caramel. Been around Russell Stover for 99 years, and they sell them all day long here and at all Food City locations. They got toys back there. They've got, of course, you get your Christmas cards here. You can get a lot of stuff done here, folks, as far as your Christmas shopping, and never leave the four walls inside of this building. Again, the gas down here in Food City is $2.96 in Jonesboro with your 150 value, your points. Fuel buck points, rather, it goes down to $2.81. So, and there's your today and tomorrow $5 Saturday, Friday, and Saturday. The Pick 5 on your meats at $14.99. Pick 5 meats, and your Pick 5 produce is for $5. I'll have to check it out and get off there. I'll see when Steve gets back in here. What's the fruit on sale? Fruit's good for you year round. Nectarines are awesome for your vitamin C. So they've got nectarines on sale. So hello to Teresa Tigg up in Withville, Virginia, watching. Becky Irvin in Kingsport. Hello, young lady. Linda Wagner. We are live here again at Food City in Jonesboro on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We thank you so very much. Those of you watching, as I said, I've learned that most of you don't tell me you're watching. Some say hello like these folks do, and that's great. But the bulk of you don't let me know you're watching, and that's okay. But there's more than I thought, so it's pretty cool. All right, quick break. He'll come right back after this timeout. We'll talk the obvious, as we said, Tennessee football. College football playoffs. Where's Tennessee going to go in the bowl situation? Sugar Bowl, Orange Bowl, Cotton Bowl? I don't know, but he'll know because he's Jeff Beverly. He keeps his finger on the pulse of Tennessee athletic programs, and so he'll join us next right after this time out. We're live at Food City in Jonesboro on show number 1752. Very proud of that. 1,752nd show of the Tom Taylor Sports Show at Food City in Jonesboro.
We're all picky about our produce, and whether you're a thumper, a sniffer, a squeezer, or just plain particular, we promise no one is more picky about produce than Food City. That's why we're introducing our Picky Promise. Whether it's from farms down the road or tropical produce from the ends of the earth, we guarantee it's fresh or we'll replace it. You see, we're picky about produce, so you don't have to be.
The Sisters with some Christmas music right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
are ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. O come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Sing, choirs of angels, sing in exultation. Sing, all ye citizens of heaven above. Glory to God in the highest. Oh, come. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, big thanks again to the sisters, they call themselves. Sing a little Christmas carol. We are live here. It is Christmas season, obviously. It's like, duh, really? I did not know that, Tom. That was really something stupid to say. But anyway, we're here again right in front of the Starbucks. Let me show you this again. These blends of coffee. This is called the Holiday Blend. Great gift-giving idea for $14.99. They've got those here at Starbucks and all Starbucks inside of Food Cities. We've got this tumbler right here that goes for $29.95. Right here with the Starbucks logo on the front of it. And then you have another color Starbucks tumbler, kind of a two-tone, if you will. Green up top, kind of a dark green on the bottom, Kelly green. So those available to all Starbucks plus gift cards. What was it you gave me? A white chocolate mocha? Toasted white mocha. Is it a Frappuccino? You gave me an iced latte. Toasted white mocha. Man, it's good. Very good. Hello, Jeff Beverly. I'm down here enjoying a toasted white mocha latte. Never had one.
Man, that's good.
Oh, it's very good. It is very, very good. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Good afternoon, Tom. I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. We are blessed. Too blessed to be stressed, and we are blessed. We are beyond measure. We'll give you the verse of the day coming up here in a moment. So let's jump in and go. It's Championship Saturday tomorrow. So let me get your take on these games. I'm going to check you and see how good you pick them. So let's start with the first one tonight. Southern Cal 11-1, Utah 9-3. This is big for the college football playoffs, of course. Utah beat them the first time in Utah. Can you do it again tonight in Las Vegas, or do the Trojans win this game?
You know, USC's been playing really well these past few weeks. They seem to really put it together. As a Tennessee fan, and I guess we can talk about the bowl games here in a little bit, but as a Tennessee fan, I think we want Utah to win the game.
We do.
We can do that later, but it'd be close. USC will probably win, although Utah beat them 2-point conversion late in the game, 1 point at Utah early in the season. They've been a little bit up and down this year, but the Southern Cal will probably win, although it's Utah's chance to win their championship out there. So I'm going to go with the upset. I'm going to pick Utah. It's more of a hope and a prayer, I guess, but I'm going to go with Utah.
Georgia, LSU tomorrow. We know the numbers. Georgia 12-0, LSU at 9-3. 4 o'clock kickoff tomorrow in Atlanta. SEC Championship Bulldogs, or can LSU pull the upset?
They can. I just don't think they will. I mean, it'll obviously depend on how well Georgia plays more so than anything. Georgia has played up and down this year against the really good teams. They played really well. Barely beat Missouri out there, if you remember. Just didn't play that well against Georgia Tech last week. Played really well against Tennessee and Florida. So, if they're playing, which I think they will for the championship game, I think they'll beat LSU. LSU's been a little bit up and down as well. Really lost a surprising game last week to Texas A&M. So really surprised that they did that. So they're coming in a little bit of a wounded animal, so to speak. But I think Georgia will win this game, probably 2 to 3 scores.
ACC championship tomorrow night in Charlotte, neutral field. North Carolina 9-3, Clemson 10-2. Tar Heels or the Tigers tomorrow night?
Well, again, that's both teams come in here sort of off of a loss and not playing well toward the end of the season. Both teams played well early. Both teams are struggling now at the end of the season. Clemson is really struggling on offense, and the good recipe for them is North Carolina's defense, which has been really porous all year. Drake Mays had a great year, but has really struggled the last couple of weeks, the freshman quarterback for Carolina. Clemson's got the experience. They've been there. They've been at this level now for a while. They'll probably pull this one out at the end, but it will be a close game.
You're taking Clemson, is that right?
Yes, taking Clemson.
Talking to Jeff Beverly, talking Tennessee football. We'll get to that in a moment. All right, Michigan and Purdue. Is there a chance for a letdown tomorrow night for the Wolverines playing in Lucas Stadium in Indianapolis? You have Michigan at 12-0, Purdue at 8-4. Can Purdue pull this off? Michigan be caught coming off that high of Ohio State? They're going to take care of business.
I think they'll take care of business pretty easily. They lost Bo Corum early on in that Ohio State game, and it didn't seem to affect them at all. It'll be interesting to see how they rank Michigan. They really downgraded Tennessee after losing Hendon Hooker for the year. Now Bo Corum's out for the year. We'll see if they give Michigan any of that same treatment. They probably won't. But Michigan should handle Purdue. Purdue's been a so-so team this year. Had some good games. I don't think anybody wanted to win that Big Ten West. So like everybody lost it out. But Michigan should handle this one pretty easily.
Last one, Big 12 championship tomorrow at noon in Arlington. TCU 12-0, Kansas State 9-3. Can the Horned Frogs, everybody's predicting they could go down. Can they win this game, or is Kansas State going to pull off the upset? And would it be an upset? I guess it would be, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, probably technically. Although, TCU has been probably the luckiest team all year. They have pulled so many games out at the end of the game. Last week, they kicked the field goal the last play of the game without having a timeout. They've had a number of games where they really come back at the end and won it. That's, I guess, kind of a really composed team, really well-coached team to not get too rattled into the situation and to make it the play at the end when they need to. I don't see any reason for them to stop, although, Kansas State's a really good team. They beat them earlier in the year. TCU did, I think, by 10. But we'll see if Kansas State can have some different game plan for them a little bit, perhaps. But, until TCU loses, I'm going to ride with it. They've had a sort of magical year for them as well. Max Duggan, their quarterback, is a fun guy to watch play. They've got good skilled people, an opportunistic defense. So even though it sort of goes against the grain of it, I think TCU will still ride that wave of good fortune they've had all year.
Since we talked last, Hugh Freeze hired out of Liberty to be the new head coach, as everybody knows, going down to Auburn. Is that a good move, bad move? What's your take on all that? Freeze now the head man at Auburn.
Well, I'm just glad it's Auburn, not Tennessee, having to deal with all this. Hugh Freeze is a good coach. I would say he's a great coach. He's a good coach on the field. We all know what his off-the-field issues have been, both from a program standpoint and from personal situation. He's got a lot to overcome. Apparently, Auburn is willing to jump in there with him and ride with him and support him. And I hope, for his sake and his family's sake, I hope he's straightened out, and I hope that's sincere. At mean waters in the SEC, no matter if you're in the East or West now, it's tough sledding, no matter which side you're on. You've got an uphill battle. Auburn's got a great tradition, we know. That's a big gamble for them, and we'll see if it pays off for them. But I don't know. Hugh Freeze I think it's a risk, but they took a risk with Bruce Pearl, and that's paid off well for them on the basketball side. So for Auburn's sake, for Auburn fans, and hopefully that'll work out for them.
We're talking to Jeff Beverly. We're live at Food City in Jonesboro on a Food City Friday. Back in the saddle on Monday. We'll be at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton to start another week. It was our first full week in December. It's hard to believe, first full weekend in December. It seemed like the other day, as I've said all along, it's July, but it is now in December. It's flown by. All right, college football playoff in 2 years going to 12 teams. Yay or nay? What do you think?
I think that's great. I think it's good. It's going to keep more teams involved. The last few weeks, there's been like 5 or 6 teams really involved in this playoff discussion. Tennessee and Alabama and Ohio State are just on the outside of it in the top 4. That's really the only teams that are even close to being involved with it right now. But if it goes to 12, that number's going to grow to 16, 17, 18 teams. So I think it's going to involve more teams across the nation, get more areas involved. So I think it's a good thing. And the positive thing is, these first-round games, at least as it stands right now, will be on the home fields. So that gives a chance to have another home game for the people who are in the playoffs. That's always going to be exciting, especially the first time you host a home playoff game in the NCAA. That'll be incredibly exciting. This year, if it was in place this year, Tennessee would be hosting Kansas State in the first-round game. So that would be an exciting thing to have in mid-December. It's going to be cold for teams, above Florida area or South Alabama or Texas. You start getting up in Tennessee, Virginia, and the Midwest certainly. It's going to risk cold weather, snow, whatever. But that's part of the element. That's part of the chance you take. I think it's going to be exciting to add the teams to the playoffs.
Will they shorten the season or not? They're still going to play the same number of games. It's going to extend the college season further. Is that how it's going to work?
No, I think they may start a week earlier. They got that week 0 now, with last weekend in August that a handful of teams play. That may be the actual starting week going forward. And then you'll see if the conference championship games are continued to be played. I think they will because they're such money makers. I don't think they're going to give up that money from the networks to show the championship games. But they'll have less meaning, perhaps. For example, most of these playoff games, championship games tomorrow, both teams would be in the 12-team playoff, or a good portion of them would be anyway. So the games really will only matter from a standpoint of seeding for the tournament, which that could be big too. You may go from having a home game to having to go on the road. So they'll still mean something, but a little bit less than that. But I think you'll still have the same schedule. I think they've got used to the 12 games. They like the extra home dates, from money standpoint and from TV standpoint. So I think that'll probably stay the same. Just adding another couple of rounds of playoff games in mid to late December, and that'll be mixed in with NFL playoffs starting and all the other bowl games. So it's going to be wall-to-wall football, Tom, sounds like, from mid-December on.
We're talking to Jeff Beverly. We're live here at Food City in Jonesboro. So where does Tennessee wind up? Of course, we don't know yet till everything settles out after tomorrow's championship Saturday. But if you were a guessing man, Sugar Bowl, Orange Bowl, Cotton Bowl, or none of the above, where do you think Tennessee will land this year as far as postseason?
Well, it's going to depend on if Ohio State makes the playoffs or not. If Utah beats USC tonight, then that knocks USC out and puts Ohio State in all likelihood in the 14 playoff. And what Ohio State and the Big Ten have done, they sort of pulled a fast one here a little bit. The Rose Bowl, has a clause in its contract that it can pick another team that's not necessarily the highest rated team from the Big Ten. So the rumor or the word is that they're going to pick Penn State to go to the Rose Bowl, which is ranked below Tennessee, Alabama, and Ohio State. Allowing Ohio State then to get picked by the Orange Bowl because they have to pick the highest team. So that gives them 2 spots like that, and it sort of pushes Alabama and Tennessee down the pecking order, which would put Tennessee in the Cotton Bowl in all likelihood. So it's going to depend upon if USC wins tonight or not. So it's either Orange or Cotton, it sounds like, unless they would move Tennessee ahead of Alabama. There was a lot of pushback last week in the playoff rankings. So Tennessee beat Alabama head-to-head. They've got the same record. Alabama lost to LSU that Tennessee beat by 27 in Baton Rouge. But the bad loss, to South Carolina and then the injury to Hooker, I think is what allowed them to do that. Now, sort of some of the scuttlebutt or some of the talk on the message boards has been that Alabama fans or Alabama team would rather do something besides the Sugar Bowl. They've been to the Sugar Bowl a lot the last few years. That they're thinking there's some thought that they may would rather go to the Orange Bowl just as for a change of scenery. Which the only way they can do that is the committee would have to re-rank Tennessee ahead of Alabama because Sugar Bowl is contractually obligated to pick the highest-rated SEC team, not the playoffs, which that's Alabama right now. But if they would switch them, then Tennessee could possibly be in the Sugar Bowl. Lots of wrangling. I'm sure a lot of backdoor conversations and phone calls going on between the SEC office, the Sugar Bowl, playoff committee. Well, all that stuff's going on right now to see who they want to go where. It sounds like worst case would be Cotton Bowl for Tennessee. But Orange and Sugar are both still in play, with Orange being most likely of those two, I think. But it all hinges really on the fact if USC wins tonight or not.
We're talking to Jeff Beverly, talking Tennessee football. So you have orange or sugar would be my vote, is where they're going to head. Because here's the thing: Tennessee's been void of going to a bowl game for a couple of years, so they're chomping. The fans are going to travel well, and simply because of the kind of year we've had. So, and they know that in Miami, and they also know that in New Orleans. So Tennessee will travel well; they always do, and so they'll bring money in hand to for the fans to fill the stadium. So that will go to a large degree where they'll go. Because they know they're coming, the Tennessee fan base. So we'll see. It all will take care of itself come Sunday night. But sugar orange, and the outside of that will be the Cotton Bowl for Tennessee. So the early signing day recruiting, how are we sizing up right now Tennessee football going forward? Good, bad, okay, excellent? What's our take right now heading into the early signing day?
Well, they've been really good, solid 2023 class. They're ranked 11th right now in recruiting, which is pretty solid.
11th.
They have a lot of the kids coming in early enrollees. I think 14 of the 23 commits are early enrollees, and they're going to be in. Most of those are going to be in for practice during bowl week. So once December 15th, the official signing date happens, they can show up on campus and participate in bowl practice with the team. So I think they talked to a number of those kids. I think about 12 or 13 are planning on coming into Knoxville for the last 2 weeks of December, be with the team during bowl practice, start getting an early look at what they're capable of doing, which would be good going into spring. The big thing, with the transfer report now being so easy to do, Tom, that officially opens up on Monday, the 5th, and there's going to be a ton of movement by players. Tennessee's, I think, 5 players right now off Tennessee's team have already said they're going to the portal. There's Jimmy Holiday, Jimmy Callaway, the 2 wide receivers who weren't really used that much. Williams Thomas, the running back freshman, wasn't hardly used that much. Malik Whitehead, who's been injured, he's hitting the portal. Miles Campbell, a tight end, is hitting the portal, it sounds like. So there'll be more. I think most people expect Tennessee, like most teams, will lose 8 or 10 people to the portal. But they'll be bringing in some, too. Of note, the top receiver at Missouri is in the portal. The top receiver at Mississippi State is going to announce in the portal just a few minutes ago. So those are 2 wide receivers that Tennessee could possibly be looking at as well. So with Hooker using up his eligibility now, we'll see how Joe Milton does. So the bowl game's going to be a tryout for him, I guess, for next year. Will they just hitch the wagon to Nico, a true freshman, that soon, or will they try to maybe even get a transfer quarterback, in the portal somewhere, just as a backup, just as a insurance policy? But between the transfer portal and recruiting, rosters are going to be turned over quickly now in college football. It's not going to be the 3 to 4 year turnover. It's going to be, you can do it in a year. And we've seen a lot of teams really turn their rosters over, in 1 or 2 years. So that's going to continue to happen. But the thing to keep an eye on, this coming Monday is the transfer portal, see who all does enter it, who all starts making commitments. The rumor out there, Drake May, the quarterback, freshman quarterback from North Carolina we talked about a minute ago, the rumors are he's going to go to the portal. And Alabama's looking real strong at him, is the word. So we'll see if that happens. But lots of movement. And you'll definitely need a program to know your team next year.
So, all right, Joe Milton's your man right now. Hooker's gone. His eligibility's gone. Milton's your guy. He's okay, I guess. He's been tested and in some cases been untested. So my point is, I know Cade McNamara, Michigan, pulled out. Looks like he's going to go to Iowa, switching to go to be a Hawkeye to finish it out. So there's guys out there that made transfers that didn't really play when they made the transfer move. One of those was the guy, I think it's from Texas Tech, went to Michigan. He's riding the bench. So I guess my question to you is, how attractive would be Tennessee to a quarterback of fairly reliable credibility to make a move and come to Tennessee and challenge Joe Milton, much like Hooker did, coming from Virginia Tech? Is Tennessee a good landing spot for a quarterback, knowing that Milton's going to be your guy next year or not?
That's a good point. I guess it would depend on how quickly or how easily you think a quarterback, how easily they think they could fit into Coach Heupel's system. It's not really for every quarterback, obviously. If you're just a pure drop back passer, that's not really your system. If you've got to have the ability to run a little bit, to be quick as far as running the plays and so forth, if that kind of narrative fits you, then then there's a possibility I think Tennessee could pick somebody up. Probably going to watch how Milton does in the bowl game. if he has a really good bowl game, it looks like he's developed in terms of his on the field. We know he's got the arm strength and all those kind of things. Physically, he's unbelievable. Does he have the intangibles to run Heupel's system efficiently? That's the big unknown with him. So, the Boston College quarterback hit the transfer portal yesterday. He's going to the quarterback from Virginia, who will be a grad transfer who Tennessee opens with, by the way, next September in Nashville. The Virginia quarterback, is hitting the portal. So there's going to be lots and lots of quarterbacks out there. They'll be going to the portal. Tennessee may be looking for one. Well, I guess it's going to depend on how he does in practice this month for the bowl game and how he does in the bowl game. So we'll probably make an evaluation based on that. And if he's still struggling, if he's not picking up, who knows? Milton may decide to move on. He could certainly, he's draft eligible if he wants to go to the draft. He could do that as well. We know Nico's coming in early enrollee. He'll be there for spring practice, so they'll get a good look at him. I'm not sure if he's going to be there for the bowl practice or not. If so, they'll give him a chance to compare him even in that situation as well. So it's whoever comes in, they know they want to. It's not necessarily beat out Milton per se, but also beat out Nico, who's going to be a true freshman, 5-star, one of the top 50 quarterbacks coming into college football next year. Unbelievable talent as well. How quickly he'll assimilate to Heupel's system, yet to be known, obviously, but tons of potential there with him.
Can he start as a freshman at Tennessee in the Southeastern Conference? Is he that good, Nico, we're making reference to? Is he that good?
I think he is that good.
Okay.
I think he is that good. Physically, he's that good. There's no doubt physically he's that good. Mentally, can he learn it? Can he assimilate it? Can he make the decisions? The great thing about Hendon Hooker, he was just so calm, never got frustrated. He was so calm in the pocket, made the quick decisions, made the great decisions. I don't know what the percentage was. I read it was a very high percentage of time he made the right reads on any given play. So Hendon just operated at such a high level from a quarterback efficiency standpoint. So we don't know whether Nico can do that or not. Physically, yes, he'll have the ability to do that. It's how quickly can he learn? How quickly can he blend into the system and start making decisions that a Heupel system quarterback needs to make? That's the question with him. But physically, yeah, he's phenomenal.
All right, we got 2 minutes here to squeeze in. We'll get you back on next week, get a chance to talk more recruiting. And, of course, at that point, we'll know where we're going as far as the bowl. You say sugar or orange with an outside look at the Cotton Bowl. All right, men's basketball, Tennessee men's hoops. I know the ladies are struggling, so we'll just focus on the time we have left here. We got Steve ready to come back in one more time for Food City. So tell me, men's basketball, what's going on with the Big Orange right now?
Well, defensively, they're playing unbelievable. Of course, they had the one bad game against Colorado in Nashville. Sort of an anomaly, I think. It's hard to do a game. You don't know how that happened, but it happened. But defensively, Ken Palm ratings are these basketball efficiency ratings. They're around for 22 years. And right now, Tennessee's got the best defensive efficiency rating in the history of the Ken Palm ratings of any team. They're phenomenal defensively. They've held 5 of their 7 opponents under 50 points, playing great defensively. Offensively, they're struggling, not shooting the ball very well. I think that will come around, blending in some new people. The freshman Phillips and welcoming the Como back from injury. So they've got some new people sort of fit in. Excuse me. But if they get their shooting coming around, Tyreek Key's another one that's obviously a newcomer. So you get those guys blending in. I think by conference time, they'll be doing okay. They've got a couple of big games coming up, Maryland and Arizona, here at the end of December. Maryland's playing them up in New York, and then playing at Arizona. Two big key games for them to see how they set up for the conference schedule. But defensively, they're there, playing great defense. If they start shooting the ball better, I think they'll be okay. I think they'll be really, really good this year. They'll challenge Kentucky and Alabama and Auburn for the conference championship, I think.
Jeff Beverly, great report, my friend. Thank you as always, Ken. Thank you for what you bring to the table. So we'll be joining you again. You'll join us next Friday. We'll get an update on the recruiting and also what's going on. At that point, we'll know very much where we're headed for the bowl season. So thank you, my friend. Have a great weekend. I'll talk to you next week, all right?
Sounds great, Tom. I encourage those fans out there who like this kind of stuff, recruiting stuff, to really watch the portal stuff come Monday. And that's going to be as interesting as recruiting going forward. So we'll have be able to report on that next Friday as well. So have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
You got it. Our buddy Jeff Beverly again, the Big Orange update. So again, transfer portal opens up in earnest on Monday, and it'll be a floodgate. And so I'll get Steve's take on this too. He is here with us, our buddy Steve Strickler, the store manager, who's a big Tennessee fan. So if you see Joe Milton is there, and he's the guy going to take us to the bowl because Hooker's out. So if you're out there and you're a quarterback, you consider transferring as a transfer portal. Would Tennessee be one of your destinations, or you figure Milton's your guy?
I wouldn't go to Tennessee if I was quarterback.
Why?
Well, you got Nico sitting there.
Well, Nico's coming, yeah.
You got Milton sitting there that's got a leg up on you because he's been doing that offense for 2 years. That Tavares Jackson too. He's not no schlub. He's a good quarterback as well.
No slub. That's a new name. No slub.
I would. I don't know that I'd be interested in going to Tennessee.
All right.
It'd be hard to be. I mean, if you're a competitor and that's where you want to be, go for it. But some stiff competition you're going to be up against.
Yep. But next man up. Of course, Milton may transfer. You never know. I mean, I don't know what he's going to do. So he may say, he may look and see Nico's the man. I just
really
don't see him
he's
start.
sold on Tennessee. I think he's going to stick it out.
Yeah. So I asked Jeff just now. He's my resident UT guy, and I said, "Is this guy good enough to start as a freshman?" He said, "Yep." So I don't see that. I mean, you got to be really, really, really good to be
really
a freshman
good.
quarterback in the SEC. I mean, and he is really, really good. But and you know, who am I? I'm sitting here in East Tennessee. I don't know, but I just think, you know, it's one thing to say, "Oh yeah," but when you get out there and you got Bama coming at you, Georgia coming at you, and you're 18, 19 years old. Of course, this kid's pretty poised, so I'm not selling him short, but I'm just saying, to start in the Southeastern Conference in any position as a freshman, you better be pretty dadgum good because you're in deep water. And I'm not saying he can't do it.
Every year.
I know that. I'm not
He is a
saying
little skinny.
Yeah.
I guess if you can say anything, he's
lanky.
He needs to eat some more Wheaties.
Yeah. He's not ripped and buffed like Strickler is. He's kind of a lanky dude. So.
Yeah, he don't want to see these guns out.
No. They, yeah. They, yeah. Don't take your shirt off and flex. Leave those guns concealed, sir.
You don't want to see this.
No, it scares me just thinking about it. So
I would.
At any moment, those shirts may rip and pop. So
I think we're in a good position though, because Joe starts the year. If he does bad, then we do have Nico to come in, or like the Jackson kid. I like him too. I like him. We got a good quarterback room, I think.
Got a good problem down there in Knoxville. So
we've done lost 2 running backs, right?
Yes.
Is anybody else?
Two wide receivers leaving. Callaway's leaving, and Elton mentioned. I can't remember.
Them two's never done anything anyway.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so the floodgates open Monday, the transfer portal. So we'll keep an ear to that, an eye to that, see what's going on. We're here live at Food City in Jonesboro. Our final segment with my man, the store manager. So we're going to bob for apples. We're going to come back later this month.
Tom, America needs to see that.
Yeah, well, there's no question.
I can't believe
I want to see it.
You've not been letting the American people see this.
No. Steve Strickler going to bob for apples, or bob for a apple, right? Just one apple? Yeah. He's going to bob for an apple.
Make it hard.
What?
Make it hard.
Oh, it will. It will be. And so we'll put a little, you got a bucket or a tub?
I got a bowl that I'm going to, big bowl.
You got a bowl. Big bowl.
Fill it full of water.
Fill it full of water. Get one apple.
Put apple in there.
And we'll cut the stem down about like that, so he'll have to really get down in there, bite, and chew, and get this thing, and we'll turn him loose. We'll video it, of course. It'll be right here on the camera. Will this camera do it justice? I need to bring the big camera.
You might need to bring the big camera.
It's going
to be a big production.
It is going to be. It's going to be a special time. Do we know when we're doing this, by the way?
I don't know. So it's happening.
Okay, let's see. When is he coming back, or when am I coming back? So, well, for that matter, come back next week. Just come right back here.
Come right on back.
I'll come back next week. We'll be here the night.
Bob and Apples America.
Oh, baby.
We're bringing back it's a tradition that's just been through to the wayside.
Yes.
We're going to bring it back.
He's going to rejuvenate bobbing for apple, singular, next Friday. Here, I'm coming back. Can't wait.
Be ready, America.
Oh, yeah. What's the latest on Kramer before we get into selling some groceries?
That is a good question I've got a question for America.
Okay.
So Kramer is not one to eat scraps from our
table
scraps.
Right.
And we have to buy him, this high dollar, expensive cat food.
Yeah.
And
You hate buying
he's-
stuff like this for him because you hate this cat.
I hate this stupid fat piece of garbage.
All right, keep going.
But we get him this. We get him the highfalutin, bougie cat litter or cat food.
Mm-hmm.
On occasion,
Mm-hmm.
he has been known to eat ham.
Eat ham.
Yeah, I'm making a ham sandwich. He sits there and just like meows and looks up at me like I'm
Whatever.
yeah.
So you give him a
So
little piece
I'll
of
give
ham.
him a piece of ham and he'll
Yeah.
eat it.
Okay.
And it's odd because many times you leave a plate sitting around on the couch or somewhere and he'll jump up and he'll just sniff it, but he'll never eat it.
Right.
But
But when Daddy gives it to him, he wants it.
he is the only two things he's ever struck a lick at: ham
Yeah.
and cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
He'll lick cheesecake. Oddest thing I've ever known. So, Thanksgiving comes, and my mom makes some wonderful turkey and ham, and he wouldn't have that turkey. That turkey was just garbage. He ain't eating it. But of course, I throw him a sliver of ham there, and there he goes right to town.
Went nuts. Yeah.
But
Uh-huh.
I have been told ham's bad for cats. Did you know this?
No, I don't have a cat. So ham is not good for cats?
That's what I was told.
By someone who knows.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the ladies, I think, here said, you're not supposed to feed cats pork.
Really?
So I've got to ask America, are you supposed to not eat?
So
is
that's
cats supposed to eat pork?
That's the question. Do you feed cats ham?
Yeah. Is it bad for them?
Yeah. So that's the
I've been
question.
giving it to him for like years.
Oh, really?
He eats it.
So
He's
there's
not gotten sick from it.
We need a response out
I don't
there.
want Pete. Don't tell Peter this.
No, out here in internet land,
I don't
YouTube
want them.
land.
They'll be in here,
Is it good? Are you supposed to feed your cat? It's not a
Ham.
kitten, but a cat. Ham. So.
I mean, I know you don't feed cats and dogs like chocolate.
Right.
I'm not a total idiot.
Right.
Partial idiot, maybe. But I
Well-
don't know. He was eating the ham, and he's been eating it. He's ate it several times.
We'll see if we.
He don't throw up. He don't.
He does or does not
doesn't-
throw up?
Yeah, it's not affected him. He's not like I don't go home and have cat vomit everywhere. Or,
Oh, okay.
Poop different or nothing.
Okay.
So I need to get the lowdown on that.
I'm anticipating an answer here. So
We need somebody to answer this burning
please
question.
enlighten Steve.
Please, America.
Can he feed his cat ham?
Help Kramer.
Yeah, green eggs and ham. No, it's green eggs
He's-
and ham for his kitty cat.
He won't eat no egg.
He won't eat eggs.
He won't eat no egg.
All right. So, I'm watching.
He won't eat fish. He won't eat tuna.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he wouldn't eat that turkey.
But he'll
He
eat the
wouldn't
ham.
eat things that's in cat food.
Yeah, but he'll
But
eat
he'll
ham.
eat a ham.
Yeah. Does he like peanut butter?
No.
No. Okay. What's wrong with
I ain't
him?
wasting no good Peter Pan peanut butter on that
No,
stupid
no,
cat.
stupid cat.
No.
Now, do you get him any kind of toy for Christmas? He gets any kind
No,
of
he
cat?
ain't get no toy.
You don't get no
He
catnip or
gets somewhere to
anything?
live. Ain't that a present enough?
I guess. Living at the Strickler house. Yeah. So it's never a dull moment, is there?
Never.
You have your tree up yet?
No.
Okay.
It's going up.
Live or fake?
It's happening this weekend. Fake.
Artificial? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, will he get up in the tree and mess
Nope.
with the lights or
He
anything?
won't. He won't. He won't do anything to
What
it.
about the golden doodle or whatever the name of the dog?
He's been in it once or twice, but he
leaves-
knows not to now.
Oh, okay. You got in trouble. All right. So, well, I'm curious. I want to see.
Can cats eat pork?
Yeah, or eat ham specifically. So, should we Google it? Let's do this. Let's don't wait on them. I'm gonna do this. While I'm doing this, why don't you sell some groceries? That would be
Hey,
good.
it's $5 days at Food City, which means we got a theme. $5 for all these items. Hormel pork fillets, $5 each. 8-pound of jumbo baker potatoes, $5 each. Our sweet peas, Danish coffee cake, cinnamon flavor and cheese flavor, $5 each. 5-pound bag of chicken drumsticks, 2 for $5. What did you find out?
Oh, I'm finding out.
Uh-oh.
Ham in small amounts is fine or in deli meat form, but shouldn't be used as a meal replacement. It should be free of seasonings or cooking oils as much as possible. That may upset your cat's stomach. What happens if a cat eats ham? Let's pop this up, see what it says.
Uh-oh.
Ham is not toxic to cats, but it isn't great for them to eat either. So there you go. Now let's see.
It's not good for them. but they can eat it.
Yeah. Is it okay to give cooked ham to cats? Or how about this one? Will cooked ham hurt cats? Is that a good question?
Yeah,
All
it
right.
was cooked.
All right, let's see what it says. Even though they like it, especially cats, refrain from giving your pets milk. Ham and other salty meats and foods are very dangerous to pets. In addition to being high in fat, they're also very salty, which can cause serious stomach ache or pancreatitis for a cat. So we're getting mixed signals here.
Well,
So
I'll stop America.
can
I didn't kill him.
Can cats eat ham? Yes or no? We're going to be done with this. Short answer is yes, but only sparingly. Ham is a staple in the American diet. It's only natural to want to share your favorite meals with your pet. Small piece of ham is not poisonous to your cats. However, it's high in fat and salt, which aren't great for a cat's health. So you can in small amounts. You give him like lots?
Oh no, he just gets really small amounts.
Oh, then you're okay. It's all right. So I'm taking care of it. So,
We avoided disaster, America. We didn't kill Kramer.
yeah, Kramer's okay. Just give him just a little,
Yeah, he just gets
just a little
one
sliver.
sliver is all he gets.
There you go.
And that's only when I have like a ham sandwich.
Yeah,
And then for this Thanksgiving I had, he didn't get too much.
he's all right.
I'm pretty stingy with my ham.
I would think so.
Yeah, it's Mama's ham. So
Mama's
it's good.
ham, so we ain't passing out. Not even to a Kramer, your cat.
No.
Slub. What does slub mean? That was a word you used.
You
wasn't it?
know, a schlub.
Oh, a
He
schlub.
ain't no slub. He's a
SCHLUB.
yeah.
A schlub.
He ain't no loser.
Okay, no, he's top shelf. So, all right, keep selling some groceries before we get out of here because we're about ready to depart
We're
here.
going to.
Yeah.
We got our Pepsi products today, half-liter, 6-pack bottles. When you buy 4, you can get those for $2.99. Well of a deal. Little Debbie cakes, selected varieties are 3 for $5. Our canned Food Club fruits, 4 for $5. Screamin' Sicilian pizza. That's a good pizza, actually.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Never had it.
I didn't either, and somebody made me buy one. It's rather good for a frozen pizza.
Frozen?
$5 each today. Get one and try it.
There you go.
Chips Ahoy cookies. I know them are good. $5, and this is for the family size pack. Oreos and the Wheat Thins. And we got cat litter for that favorite cat in your life.
Kramer.
Scoop Away, 14-pound box, $5 each.
Do I want a cat for a pet?
Well, cats are low maintenance.
Right.
You feed them, give them water, throw out the litter box.
But when you come home after being gone all day, do they come running and say want to bounce and be your friend? Or they
Unfortunately, Kramer does.
okay. So
Follows you around.
yeah,
Jumps up on the bed.
Misses-
Sits on beside you on the couch.
well, he misses you.
Sits up in my lap.
So if you get a cat, you want it to kind of be cool and want to hang out with you.
I would rather it not.
Oh, you'd rather come home, you don't know
I'd
where it's
rather him
at.
stay on his side of the couch.
Oh, okay. So he really comes right up and just gets on your lap
Sits
like
right
a kid.
here.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
The minute you get home, and you love it.
If I sit down, he's right up in my lap.
You love it.
It's awful.
No, you love it. You love him.
And then
Kramer.
where your hand is laying,
Yeah.
you take his head and just like sit it on your hand. Just like sit it there.
Oh, he loves it. Oh, that's kind of tugging at my heartstrings. So you put your hand when you get home, and he just lays
Yeah,
his
if
head
you're
on your
just
hand.
laying your hand on the armrest, for instance, he just comes over and puts his head and just
Oh.
goes right on your hand until you pet him. It's his way of saying
He
pet
misses
me.
you. Pet me, Daddy. I love you. I missed you.
Spoiled.
I'm almost getting ready to tear up here. We're going to go. I'm going to get out. I'm going to hang up, stop the show.
Well,
I'm gonna
next
start
Friday,
crying.
I got a cat carrier.
Bring
I'll
him.
bring you Kramer.
Kramer can come next
I'll
week.
bring him to you.
Nah.
You can have him.
You can give me Kramer.
I will give you Kramer.
Your wife would kill you.
I will bob for apples and give away a cat in the same day.
Your wife would kill you if you gave away Kramer, and your daughter would too.
Then you could give me updates on Kramer.
No, I'm not taking Kramer because he would never lay his head on my hand like he does. He would miss you. He'd cry when I'd be gone. He'd meow, Daddy.
Gosh.
Meow, Daddy. No, he don't want that. He's yours. If he can come home, you come home work. He lays his head on your hand. No, that's a bond that can't be broken. No. Kramer's staying at the Strickler house. So I'm coming back next week. We're gonna bob for apples.
Bobbing apples.
Yeah. Here live.
Everybody
next
be
week.
ready.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this whole face wet.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. And you're gonna have like a Santa cap on or whatever, some kind of
I've got to find a Santa cap.
a holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Water all over this.
I love it. All over that handsome face. All right.
I got a face made for radio.
You do. I'm gonna see you next week, right back here, on the 9th.
Everybody, set your clocks.
Set your clocks.
Set your clocks.
Strickler's going in for Apple, and I don't want Kramer. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. Kramer stays with you. Be right back after this from Food City on the Tom Doe Sports.
To mom this hard, you delegate. Kate, that bathroom's not clean yet. Jimmy, I need help with the dishes, big guy. I delegate like a mother, and I let Food City do the grocery shopping for me. With Go-Kart Curbside Pickup, I tell them what I need and how I like it. I order everything online and pick it all up curbside. With Go-Kart, I'm taking motherhood to a whole nother level.
Mother like no other, only at Food City.
And we're back. He's like Kramer. He wanted to put his head on my hand. I said, "No, you're getting ready to leave. You got a store to run." So, you're. He likes me. I feel like Stephen Kramer because I said, "Do you want to go? So when I come back off the commercial, you'll be gone." No, I'm going to stay right here with you, Tom.
I got to say goodbye to America.
Yeah, say goodbye.
And I got to tell them,
Yeah.
hey, set your clocks next week.
Yeah.
11
to 1.
11 o'clock
Yeah.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, 11 to 1. We'll
For
be
all
right
those
here.
folks that's outside of our time zone.
We're going to let him bob for Apple.
We're bobbing for apples.
No, Apple. Singular.
We're going to bob for one apple.
One apple. And when you
we're
get that
gonna
one.
get a lot of laughs out of this one.
Can I put some coloring in the water so it'll be like red water or green water? Be nice.
What if I'd stick to my
That's my whole point, to stick to your head. You come out there and have you have a green face or red and green.
Let's just not do that part.
Let's just leave it plain water.
I don't want to go home with a green face.
Yeah. Kramer won't care. He'll see you and Daddy. Meow.
I'm sure he will. He don't care.
No.
He just wants
to be your buddy.
He wants food, water, and petting.
That's it.
That's all he cares about.
Not necessarily in that order. Apparently,
No,
he likes
not necessarily in that order.
petting first.
Yeah.
All right, we're gone. You run a good store down here, sir. Thank you. Yeah, wait a minute. Let's do it again. Don't you sparkle? Okay.
NIL, everybody.
NIL. Name what you like this. That's it. They're going to pay you to do this. That's good. All right, it's going to do it from here. Big thanks to. I'm going to turn your mic down now. You got to go to work, right? You're gone. All right. I want to say thanks to our guest. Obviously, our store manager, Mr. Strickler, is in the house. We appreciate him very much. There he is, and there he's leaving. He'll be back. We'll be back next week to Bob for Apples. He's taking his chair, too. That's good. Taking his chair and taking his toys. He's taking his plush Rudolph. He's gone. And we're going to be back again thanks to Jeff Beverly and also Doug Fritz. We will be back again, as we said, on Monday at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton with the show. Now, before we get out of here, I love coming down here. I don't know. He is a piece of work. And I'm telling you, none of this is put on. What you see is very much what you get. This is who this guy is. He's hilarious. Psalms 40, verse 5 says, "O Lord my God, you have performed many wonders for us. Your plans for us, too numerous to list." Amen. You have no equal. Amen. If I tried to recite all your wonderful deeds, I would never come to the end of them. Amen. So there you go. That's the verse of the day to wrap it up. If you don't have a church home, join us on Sunday, please, at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church in Elizabeth. We'd love to have you. Come worship, and I promise you, you won't be sorry you come. It's a great church full of a bunch of loving people, and so we have a great time, and so we'd love to see you at Pleasant Beach on Sunday if you don't have a church home. We're not interested in stealing from other churches, but if you are not totally satisfied where you are, you're not currently going to a church, we'd love to invite you to Pleasant Beach. All right, out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Next week, we'll be back here with Kramer bobbing for Apple. Next week, it will be, there he goes. He's getting ready to go run his store now. And until we see you on Monday, have a great weekend. Be sure and go to church on Sunday and worship the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, because he's worthy, and he's coming soon, folks. Maybe our last Christmas on this planet. Never know. It's going to, one of these days we're going to say that we're gone. We're out of here, and the curtains come down. So it may be this year. You don't know. It could be our last Christmas before he comes. Every day the sun comes up, it's a day closer. See you Monday. Have a great weekend. Thanks for being with us. Again, a Friday night off. What will we do? We'll see. And we will talk to you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching show number 1752 of the Tom Douglas Sports Show live from Food City in Jonesboro. Have a great weekend.